Pats Nation! You guys already know what time it is. It is our favorite time of the year. It is the Patriots Global Annual Day 1 Watch Party. I know we're starting late here. I know everybody's probably like, in where in God's name is Patriots Global? I know we were supposed to start at 7:45, and it's what? I seriously don't even know what time it is right now. Probably like 8. It's 8:05. So we're a little bit late. The reason we're late, if you're in our Discord chat, I let everybody in the Discord chat know. Big reason on why joining our Discord chat is so important. But the reason we're late is for those who didn't hear the rumors. The New England Patriots are currently in trade talks with the San Francisco 49ers for star wide receiver Brandon Ayuk. Per NBC. You can't make this stuff up. So, of course, so much stuff I had to do. I had to get the setup ready. I had to get everything ready. I still had to go get my food because this is like a 3-4 hour stream. You're moving around so much throughout the day. They don't really get to eat. So I had to get food. I think last year we did pizza. This year we're doing some Chinese food. Love to kind of just sit, chat, eat with you guys. Literally my favorite time of the year. But because we had to make that quick video, I did drop a video on Brandon Ayuk. We're a little bit late here. So if you guys haven't seen my reaction to that news, go ahead after this stream. You don't got to check it out now, but after this stream, go ahead and check out my thoughts on Brandon Ayuk to the New England Patriots. It wasn't a real analysis video. It was just more so what we currently know, my just kind of off the top thoughts on it. It wasn't a real analysis just yet because I didn't really have time to sit down and do an analysis on Brandon Ayuk to the Patriots when I had to go live in like literally 15 minutes and nothing was ready. So that's what happened. But guys, you already know the Patriots are going to be picking 3rd overall tonight. From what's been reported, they were never offered the ultimate deal that they wanted in order to trade down from number 3. So it does sound like the Patriots are going to be staying at 3. It sounds like, what the heck that was? Sounds like Drake Maye is the guy that they really like. That's going to be the guy that they ultimately go with as long as Jaden Daniels does go to, and there's no surprise there, which means we are going to be hearing this beautiful sound way earlier than we are used to. But guys, in all seriousness, I appreciate you guys so much for being here. Gerard, you were the first one in the chat today. We got regulars, we got Alex, we got Ashton, we got Roberto, we got Scotty, we got No Limit, we got McGoat, S27, we got Joe. This totally just jumped all the way down. Jirachi, I know that you wanted Marvin Harrison, but with the Brandon Ayuk rumors, I hate to say I was right. I hate to toot my own horn. So for those who don't know, my boy, bro, I don't even know if I'm saying your name right. Jirachi, I'm sorry if I am totally obliterating your name right now. But you said he's a big Marvin Harrison Jr. fan. He wasn't a big quarterback at 3 fan. And we were going back and forth in the Discord chat talking about it. But this was exactly what I was saying. You go quarterback at 3 because drafting a quarterback is the only way you're going to get your franchise quarterback. No quarterback that can be an actual game-changing franchise quarterback is ever available for trade. It is such a rare occasion that it ever happens. But we see, like every single offseason, that there are at least ways that you can navigate getting a wide receiver 1. And the Patriots are trying to get their wide receiver 1 right now in Brandon Ayuk without having to use a 3rd overall pick on Marvin Harrison Jr. But of course, all love. Different opinions just makes for fun debates, right? It's all love. It's all love. Joshua says he's watching at work. Nathan, what's going on? Brent, what's going on? Ruben, what's going on? Noah, how we doing, guys? Luke, like I said, McGoat. Man, I love seeing all my regulars in here. Like I said, we've been doing this for like 3 or 4 years now, and it's my favorite time because it's just like Pats Nation. Everybody's excited, and we're all in one place, and we get to experience this together. We do have Patreon members coming in. We will have Patreon members coming in like we always do. So if you're a Patreon member, that link will be up on, I was going to say Discord. We'll be up on Patreon very, very shortly here as we get ready. Do have a couple of super chats that, of course, I do want to get in. They always get priority. Brandon Flores, buddy, so good to see you back. Long time regular. You said, Kobe, how we doing, bae? May to New England, May to New England. May to New England, dude. Pin it in. It's happening. Dude, best case scenario. Best case scenario. could actually happen for the Patriots. Like I said, all like draft process long, I'm a major Jaden Daniels fan. First prospect I ever fell in love with. But Drake Maye fits the Patriot system better. In any other quarterback class, he would have been the consensus #1 quarterback, right? So the fact that he could be there for the Patriots at 3, I love it. And for those who are saying he doesn't have the system built around him yet, Drake Maye actually said himself that he's more comfortable sitting the first year if that's possible. But if his team wants him to start, he will. You have Jacoby Brissett. No reason to start Drake Maye year 1. Just don't do what you did with Mac Jones. Make sure that you do everything possible to make sure that Drake Maye is comfortable. Watch me talk here. Watch me talk here about Drake Maye, and that's not what they end up doing. And I look so dumb. But shout out to you, Brandon. Red Sox in the chat. You said, please trade back. Well, I don't think that that's going to happen from what's reported. From what's been said, the offers the Patriots have gotten for 3 have been, and I quote, laughable. I don't know what that means, but they obviously understand that the 3rd overall pick is of high value. It's especially of high value when you're talking about getting a blue chip game-changing quarterback. It's not like teams are trading up for an offensive tackle or wide receiver. The Patriots know if you want 3, you're going to get quarterback, which makes the amount you're going to have to pay for the 3rd overall pick that much higher. And yeah, I'm talking like if you're the Vikings, from what's been said, probably 3 or 4 first-round picks on top of like Christian Darrisaw or Justin Jefferson. And I don't think they were going to do that just to get a quarterback. But by the way, if they don't like any of these quarterbacks, my next favorite thing to do, I guess for lack of better terms, would be to trade back. Don't stay at 3 and not go quarterback. That's the worst thing you can do. Get yourself a haul, trade back, because like I said, you can get several first-round picks. And we've seen with teams like the Miami Dolphins who have traded down several times in recent years, they've used those first-round picks that they've gotten by trading down to get guys like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey. That Hosier guy says, please get Drake Maye. What's up, PG? What's going on, buddy? So good to see you back. Let's get our Patreon members in here. I'm going to send this up to you guys right now. In the chat, guys, let me know. What do you think? What do you think of this entire Brandon Ayuk situation? I haven't gotten to make a thumbnail for my Brandon Ayuk video. I didn't get to do like post-production, put a description. I just recorded and uploaded. So I haven't even gotten to read the comments about how you guys would feel about it. And I would love to hear it. So while I get the link up for our Patreon members in order to get them in here, you guys let me know, what are you thinking about the Brandon Ayuk rumors? We loving it? We hating it? Guys, I also do want to say thank you so much for tuning into this channel specifically. I said this on the AFC East Roundtable. The period of the draft, especially day 1, there are so many creators going live. There are so many networks going live. And I appreciate that you guys are here today tuning in to my channel, watching me, watching Patriots Global, and just us all simultaneously having a really good time in the chat. So I really, really appreciate it. Like I said, we're going to have to get the Patreon members in here. I had people ask me too, am I going to be going live during day 2 of the draft? So I'm not going to be going live on this channel for day 2 of the draft, but me, my boy Dan representing the Bills, Richie representing the Jets, and TD Finstalk representing the Miami Dolphins from the AFC East Roundtable. You guys love us. Shows every Wednesday. We are actually going live on Bleacher Report for day 2. We will be live for rounds 2 and 3, giving our thoughts on every single draft pick that comes in. I'll let you guys know through Discord and the community tab where you guys can watch that stream. So stay updated for that if you guys want to check us out tomorrow over on Bleacher Report. But let's get the Patreon guys up in here. Is this Patreon? Because if so, Patreon changed their landscape. Why do I not remember? Did the draft even officially start yet? I mean, we already know Caleb Williams is the guy on the board. I feel like the NFL draft is a little wild in the sense of the first round gets the longest time period, right? You get like, what, 10 minutes? 10 minutes per pick? You know that teams are doing their most due diligence on the early rounds, especially the first round. So if anything, they know the guy they want in the first round quicker than any other round. So shouldn't the other rounds get more time than the first round? I don't know if that's a hot take, but I really do feel that. All right. Oh, crap. All right, Patreon members, this should be up for you guys in a minute. Command V. Watch party. Let's go. Did it work? All right, Patreon members, that is up for you guys. Come on, join us. I haven't really made a layout for how I want this to look with the rest of the Patreon members, but we'll figure it out when the time comes. I also do want to get PFF mock draft simulator up on the board to keep track of who's still on the board and who is getting selected. So where is the mock draft simulator? There we go. We'll select all. We will enter and we will start this baby up. Let's go. Oh, we already got some people in the chat. I got my boys in here. Let's go. We got Nathan up in here. Let's see.
What's up?
Hello.
Guys, annual hangout. How are we?
It's been so
Doing great.
long, man. I'm so glad to be on here with you all.
Yeah, I remember you, Software Dragon. I was actually watching our 2022 get together just for nostalgia before we started this.
Dude, it's a great time. Are you kidding me?
As I did the past couple years, guys, I'll have you guys the picks as soon as I get them, and then we can react.
Tom's the GOAT, man. Tom's the GOAT. For those who don't know, Tom gets these these picks earlier than I see anybody else get. So like, dude got his connections.
He sure does.
The Red Sox in here too.
You.
Neil, I was supposed to have me and Rob were talking about doing this together because I know he was doing house call. I
yeah, what happened to all that, man?
I don't know. I texted him. I said, "What's up? Like, what's going on? Are we still doing this?" I hadn't heard back from him, so I
texted him. He said he had a problem. You couldn't get in contact with him properly or something like that. There was a problem there.
Pick is in, guys.
Pick is in
for the Bears.
It is for the Bears.
Oh, well, let's hear it. We already know what it is, but
Caleb,
it hasn't shown up yet. So give me one.
Hasn't shown up yet.
It actually changes. Yep. With the first overall pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears are selecting USC quarterback Caleb
Williams.
Bro, this is crazy. I didn't see that coming. That's what.
I didn't see that at all either. What is going on?
We saw it coming. Shout out to Mr. Automotive dropping a $20 donation in the beginning of the chat.
What's up. There you go,
we love Mr. Automotive. Another long-time supporter in the chat. He says, "Let's effing go. Hell yeah."
Hell yeah.
Nobody gets more hype than the time of the draft.
Let's get our damn Mr. Automotive. He is the hype train over here.
Yes, sir. Let's see. I think I can share. I want to share the mock draft simulator. I don't know how this is going to work.
There we go.
Worked out well, I guess. All right. We'll zoom in a little bit, try to make this a little bigger. So Caleb Williams obviously goes off the board, which brings up the glaring question on what are the Washington Commanders are going to do? Because we've heard so many talks about Jaden Daniels. Adam Schefter doubles down about his reports. He tells Commanders fans, go get your jerseys. But then we heard that it didn't necessarily go as well with the meeting. But then we heard that was all smoke screens. I'm putting my money down on Jaden Daniels here. But is there a surprise pick that they go Drake Maye instead?
I don't know, man. I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels, 100%.
Not with the coach they bring in. Not with the coach they bring in. And not the way they're going to run this team. They're running this team for a guy like Caleb, since Caleb is obviously not there. Jaden's the next guy who's that same type of quarterback. Exactly. That is the guy they're going to go for.
That's so true.
That is it, bro. I don't see any other way. All that was just smoke screen at the end of the day. I felt like this offseason was the biggest smoke screens I've ever seen in my life. but at least we know what to prepare to next season, and that's just another smokescreen. Especially now that Jaden came out saying that's all a bunch of BS. Then that's what it is. He's going home,
You know what's
and
weird though?
Drake's coming to us.
I wonder why you would add a smoke screen when you're the team that's picking. Like, you have your opportunity to go Drake Maye or Jaden Daniels. You have your opportunity at every other player other than Caleb Williams. Like, you don't really need a smoke screen. You could trade down if you wanted to. You could stay pad. You could get whatever guy you wanted. There's no reason to smoke screen, but I guess they were just bored, right? Like, they were like, everybody knows what we're doing. Let's spice it up a little. So.
I'll be honest with you, bro. I don't know, but I can tell you it's Washington. What do you expect out of Washington, PG?
You know what?
Exactly.
Neil, you got me there,
I'm
buddy.
sorry. Like, not to disrespect you, but what we going to expect out of Washington? I'm being straight up here, bro. This organization's been in this freaking doghouse for years. They up from all the way top to the bottom. They can't figure anything out, bro. This is very typical of Washington. That's why that's like the only smokescreen I brought. Probably because it's like, oh, it's Washington. They would do some stupid shit like that. They did it, but they're still doing stupid shit by putting that out there in the first place.
And they're wasting first-round talent too on defensive players, man. Like you're exactly right, Neil.
They're funny, bro. They're funny. I'm happy we're not that organization.
Guys, let me get your takes and software. We'll start with you, and we can kind of go down. So we all know the news that dropped before, like 15, 20 minutes before the draft party was supposed to start. Brandon Ayuk, rumors to the Patriots. Patriots are apparently currently in trade talks per NBC. Software, let's start with you. I mean, you have any thoughts on this? Is this something you want? Are you not with it? What were your original thoughts when this rumor kind of came out?
Oh, no. Like, when I first heard that you come out with that video, I'm like, holy cow. Doing that? And then, like, here's also the funny part, too. Since he's in contract year, I don't even know how they can even get a first-round pick out of it. Like, like, he has all the leverage in the world. He's even come out and said, his girlfriend has even come out and said, for the fact of the matter, we want out, bro. We're not going to be playing for you at all this year for, I don't know what reason. That just could have been the Super Bowl, but, like, still. Like, smoke to smoke, there's fire, like you say, PG. And so, I mean, that just makes the trade go down, value go down, because every team knows, like, hey, you're not going to have a player that's going to play for you. So that works out in the Patriots' favor. And so if we can get our number one wide receiver with separation, speed, and size and versatility, bro, that's the best value you can get out of a second-round pick ever. And so I'm telling you, it's going to be a hefty price that we may have to pay due to the contract that A.J. Brown just got, but still, like, that's a good pick, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree with you. And I think the interesting thing, too, was I was like, well, would a team like the 49ers rather have a pick, of the Patriots, like 34? And I'm sure it's going to be more than 34, like maybe like a 34 and a 2025 pick, or 34 and a 5th round pick, something like that. And I was like, well, the Chiefs need help at wide receiver. But then I was like, you know what? I actually think that the 49ers would take a worse deal from the Patriots than to get 32 from the Chiefs, because I don't think they like the Chiefs after being, beat by them in the Super Bowl 2 times. So I don't think that's realistic. But would the Bills at what are they, 28? Would the Bills offer that first round pick, which could make a lot of sense?
I don't think they want to get out first. They're probably trying to move up, to be honest with you, with the Bills, bro. They're probably trying to move up or stay put and get the receiver. They need a receiver.
And I mean, on that note, I don't think that. Let me just take a look at the Bills, draft real quick, because they are not stacked on a whole lot of picks, if I remember correctly, right?
The Ayuk thing you're talking about, right, PG? Like, yeah, I love to have the guy, but I ain't giving up this year's first round. You understand me? We could talk some next year picks, maybe a second round pick this year, but. No. This is our future at stake, bro. This is literally our future at stake. We could always get a receiver. Hell to the F no. We are blessed by the Lord for the second time to be this early in the draft in the first round. No. And now number 3, no, we need a quarterback. If we're not going to do that right now, we're really going to screw ourselves. Yeah, Ayuk, I would love to get him. I'll give you a second for this year. If you need some other stuff, I'll give you a late round. But if you want a first, that's gonna be next year, bro. Maybe, but I can't give you this year, bro. Not in my opinion. I don't think they would do that. I mean, we look at back where I believe you had the guy from whatchamacallit, Chargers. I forgot his name, Keenan Allen.
Mhm.
We said the fourth was too rich, right? For him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we talk about with Ayuk then? You know what I mean? Then how far we
Patriots
are.
are on the clock. Washington
Wait.
is in.
Wait, okay, Washington's in, Patriots on the clock. Okay, wait, there's got to be Jaden Daniels, right?
It has to
It's
be.
gotta be
It's
Jaden.
I'll let
It's
you know
gotta
as
be
soon as
Jaden.
it
It's got to be.
pops up.
Fingers
As
crossed.
soon as it pops up.
You guys are
Everybody
ahead.
put your
Somebody's ahead.
bets in the
Yes,
chat, brother.
it is Jaden
What's-
Daniels per source.
Oh!
Yes.
Drake
Yeah.
Maye fell!
Jake
Let's
Maye.
go,
Oh my god, dude!
bro.
No
Let's go.
way! It officially happened!
Let's go.
It officially
Let's
happened!
go.
Drake Maye is there
Yeah.
at 3. I've
Now
heard mixed
hold-
reports. I've heard both reports that the Patriots prefer Jaden Daniels, but I also heard that Drake Maye is their guy. So it's gone both ways, but I've never once heard a
Let's
report
go.
where they do not like Jaden Daniel or Drake Maye, or they don't believe in Drake Maye. So it sounds like with Drake Maye there on the board, this is the guy that they're going to ultimately deal with. And I think with Jacoby Brissett here, and he's a guy who can start for you and be a bridge quarterback. Drake Maye doesn't need to start year one. Now he can if need be, but I think that there's an excellent blueprint on quarterbacks that sit their first year, or at least sit for like the first month and adapt. And with Drake Maye saying that ideally he wants to sit, you do whatever possible in order to make sure that your quarterback ultimately feels the most comfortable, because you don't want another Mac Jones situation.
No. I agree with you, PG. Sit this man. 4 to 8 games if you have to, more. I don't care if he sits for a year. We're talking about what they did with Rodgers. We're talking about what they did with Love, and it turned out how well. It turned out beautifully. One man is going to be a future Hall of Famer, and this other kid is looking like he's going to be a Super Bowl champ in a few years.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like it's all gonna come down to how do the quarterbacks play, right? Because at the end of the day, people are gonna look back and be like, "Oh, you should have gone Jaden, or you should have gone Drake Maye, Commanders, if Jaden Daniels fails and whatnot. Even if Caleb Williams fails, you're gonna be like, you should have gone Drake Maye, you should have gone Jaden Daniels, because it's so much easier to talk in hindsight, right? But I think it's all about how do you make your quarterback succeed? Because all of these quarterbacks have the potential in the NFL, which is why they're going as high as they are. I think it's all about what's built around them. And look, Mac Jones, his first year, he had a decent, kind of surroundings. And I think a lot of people think that, Mac Jones failed because he didn't have good wide receivers. Mac Jones impartially failed because he didn't have good wide receivers, but Mac Jones had better wide receivers in his second year and third year than he did in his first year. But nobody talks about that. And he had a very good year his rookie year. The reason he failed was because of what happened behind the scene and the coaching staff and the lack of an offensive line. That's the reason that he failed.
I do agree. You lose confidence when your coach doesn't even know if you're the starting quarterback and you will admit it on live TV. So as a man, like if that happened to me with my managers, you feel it. And then it's hard for you to keep going like you were before. That does hurt. And then that O-line does hamper you. And then your own mistakes of throwing picks into triple coverage.
Yeah, man. Exactly.
But that's what happens. Hey, it's a fresh start. Jaden's in officially now.
That's true.
And we're on the clock. I can't wait to have Drake.
Drop your pits in the chat right now. I want to know. PG wants to know. Neil
Yeah,
wants to know
think?
what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, who's your pick?
Go.
You have a hot take.
Go.
By
Right
the
now.
way, so Tom, of course, let me know when the pick comes in, and I'll cue you up, and I'll run our little jingle. Got to cue my boy Tom up the right way.
Yeah, of course.
Trey.
Still waiting. It's not in yet.
Like I said, dude, they take so long in the first round. Like, especially
They
these
do.
first 10 picks. You know damn well who you're going with. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to think about it.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
It's so overblown, dude.
Yeah, they're just milking it, bro. That's just what they're doing. They're just milking it.
They're taking as long as humanly possible.
That's it, bro.
I think the NFL makes them wait a certain period of time because the draft has to be a certain period of time because of
Exactly.
what they're buying for the time slot, which is essentially why.
So they got to milk it.
Fielding calls for trades too.
That's true.
Yeah.
We don't have a trade in yet. I'll let you guys know if there is a trade, but so far New England is still on the clock.
There's always the trades happen last minute. Very quick.
Yeah. Believe me, guys, I'm checking the wires. I will let you know as soon as I hear something new.
All right.
It's good to see Belichick as an analyst. It's really refreshing. It's beautiful.
Dude,
He's doing
it's
better
so
than I
weird,
thought.
too.
Belichick's
Oh,
doing
dude.
better on TV than I thought, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
He'll fit like a glove, bro. Yeah, I'm surprised you're shocked. I'm not shocked at all, man. This guy's still a brilliant mind.
All right, let me cue you up. All right, here we go.
The third pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Drake Maye.
Let's go!
Yes, let's go, man. He's home.
Yes!
Let's go. Welcome, Drake, man.
Let's
Drake
go!
is home. Let's go.
Let's go, Dad! Woo!
Let's go.
Oh
New
my
beginning,
God,
man.
dude!
Yeah.
If you would have told me that he was
The
going
war
to
is over.
if you told me that Drake Maye was going to fall, during the draft process or even honestly during the college season this past year, I would have told you you're crazy. Again, there was a time period, as crazy as it might sound, there was a time period where there was a discussion with all of the off-field issues happening with Caleb Williams, if Drake Maye could be the first quarterback taken off the board. Again, in any other draft, he is the consensus #1 quarterback in any other draft. And the New England Patriots are able to stay at 3, not have to trade up, do anything crazy, and they get their franchise guy. Absolutely absurd. I love it. I love Drake Maye. I know that a lot of people are going to be a little bit hesitant. Drake Maye does have some inconsistencies, some tendencies where you kind of question him. But at the end of the day, Drake Maye has something, or went through something, I should say, that Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels didn't have to. He never had a #1 guy. He never had this elite supporting cast. Drake Maye has cemented himself as a #1 quarterback and now the 3rd overall pick in this draft just by his pure talent alone. Jaden Daniels, 2 #1 wide receivers that are going to go today in Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors on his outside. Again, Drake Maye never had that. He didn't have a running game. He didn't have receivers. He didn't have tight ends, and he didn't have a good offensive line.
And remember, PG, he had Walker, and I believe Walker got hurt. If you could correct me if I'm wrong, but I remember Walker got hurt at one point.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah. And even then, he didn't exactly have. He never even put up 1,000 yards. Yeah,
no,
he never put up 1,000 yards ever at the collegiate level. So he was never even a #1 guy.
Yeah.
This kid's gonna be set with Alex Van Pelt, with our new tight ends coach. The way this is gonna go down, the O-line, they're gonna protect him and really, really develop a QB like he's supposed to develop. It's going to be a beautiful start. And this is just the beginning of this draft. It's going to get wild with trades now. Now it's going to start getting crazy.
I know. Yeah. A lot of fans, a lot of Patriots fans are probably going to be like, hey, we picked at 3. We're done. I know that there's rumors that they could be going Brandon Ayuk and obviously trade for Brandon Ayuk. And I would assume that involves the 34th pick. If the Patriots want to trade back, into the draft, that probably involves the 34th pick too. So let's see what they do. Let's see what they do. There's a lot of things that can still happen.
If they trade back in, that means you're trading back in for a receiver at that point, right, PG?
Exactly.
You would have to think so. I mean, maybe if an offensive tackle falls down the board, honestly, I think it really does depend on
who's
how
there
the board falls, right? Because if a ton of tackles start going off to where Kingsley Suamataia is going in like the 20s, and now you're talking about Patrick Paul being a high 2nd round pick. Maybe you trade back in because you're like, we want to get our franchise tackle. We want to get a guy who's going to now protect Drake Maye and even Jacoby Brissett this upcoming season. So honestly, for me, just depends on how the board falls.
Yeah.
Welcome to New England, Drake Maye.
I'm so happy.
Welcome to New England. That's
makes so much sense, dude. I mean, and what I like too is like I love Jaden Daniels, but like I was never a huge fan of those quarterbacks that just got the ball and just ran with it, right? Like they were just a run first quarterback, because this is ultimately a pass first league. And to play the quarterback position, you have to be mobile, but you should still be a pass first guy, right? Like your first instinct shouldn't be to run. You have running backs for a reason. And that's what I like about Drake Maye. He's mobile. He can use his legs, but he's also really nifty. He's shifty in the pocket. He's going to, if there's pressure on him, he's going to be able to shake that off and maneuver through the pocket and extend the plays in order to try to still get something
The
out.
expectation for Adam Schefter is that the Cardinals will stay put and take an offensive weapon.
Yeah, Marvin Harrison, man. If they don't go Marvin
Yep.
Harrison at 3, or
They're
excuse me, at
screwed.
4, the fan base is going to be so upset. So upset.
So sad, bro. Like, if they don't go Marvin Harrison here, I'm going to just be so laughing at them because they're just like the Washington Commanders. They're just in such turmoil with their organization. Like, you've got to get some hype around that organization right now because there's nothing going right for them. Like, you lost Hollywood Brown, although he didn't do much for you. You got to take a wide receiver, bro. Like, how can you not? Like, Kyler Murray right now, I'm going to be honest with you, is on the couch right now saying, "Can we get weapons now?" You know? like, let me ask you guys a question. What's the chances that they also maybe go with the Brock Bowers? Maybe
They could. I just think I think this is probably a little too soon for Bowers, but not just that. I think too, what you're getting from Marvin Harrison Jr. is probably more of a receiving upside. And like, they lost DeAndre Hopkins, now they lost Hollywood Brown. They don't really have that real guy anymore. And I think you have to see what Kyler Murray is. You know what I'm saying? They went offensive line last year too. So I think going with a weapon, whether that is Brock Bowers or a wide receiver, is definitely the move here. But if they're staying at 4, 100% it's Marvin Harrison.
yeah.
PG, you think it would be smart, like, honestly, trade down with Raiders or Vikings, right? And you can still get your Thomas, right? Here you are, and you still pick up another pick from the Vikings. And how would that hurt him? It wouldn't. It would just be much better. You could get a receiver at 11, still get your top guy from up there, and you could get somebody else that you need for that team. I don't know if
Pick is
that's
in
what
for
they'll do,
Arizona
but
per sources.
it's a
Picks in
really
for
good
Arizona.
option.
Let's see.
With
It's,
the 4th
Marvin
pick
Harrison.
in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Marvin Harrison Jr.
There we go.
Wow. Let's go. He came home.
This is a good pick.
Great pick for
Kyler
them,
Murray
man.
got the
Great
weapon.
pick.
Great pick. Love that pick for them. And shout out to the AZ Sports Fan. I was on their channel about a month or so ago talking about the potential of the Patriots trading down because that fan base just wanted Marvin Harrison so bad. You guys got him. It's solidified, just like we got Drake Maye. Like, well, I can't say all of us wanted, but most of us wanted. So far, this draft is going exactly how predicted, and I'm loving the picks for everybody so far.
Yes, bro.
Like the
Yes.
picks make sense for everybody.
It's wonderful, man. It's perfectly like what everyone needed. The top 3 needed a quarterback. They got exactly who they needed for their system. And then you got Cardinals getting the receiver they needed for Kyler Murray. I'll be honest with you, man. I at first wanted Jaden more than Drake, but as time went on, I like Drake more, especially the fact is he's better at intermediate throws than anything. You know what I mean? He's more of a pocket guy, even though he is mobile on his feet. He could go as prompt as Allen. But that's the key thing you need. Short and medium throws like that poise that he has, that is beautiful to have.
Yeah.
And that's what we're going to be, especially with the run game that we're going to have. That's exactly how we're going to be. It suits up so perfectly to have this kid with Alex Van Pelt's system. It's going to work out very well. He worked with Baker Mayfield. So this guy's, it's around those quarterbacks that he succeeds with. Keywords he actually succeeds with. So this will work out way better.
And you know what I love about Drake Maye too is that he's get this. He have a few. If this kid works out, we have a future with this guy. 21.6 years old, bro. I mean, what could you ask for?
Exactly.
I mean,
he was
like,
the second youngest quarterback, or him and JJ McCarthy are the youngest quarterbacks in this entire class at the position.
And those who are wanting, Jaden Daniels, you're talking about almost a 2-year gap. So you're saving yourself 2 years with Drake Maye, bro. With much more better accuracy, I think, too, from maybe Drake Maye. I'm going to maybe have a hot take there, but still, like what PG said, he worked with less. What do we remember with New England over the years? We worked with less, guys. So I'm not saying he's Tom Brady at all, but like still, he's showing some good things. So I'm happy about it.
Yeah, 100%. Like you said, 21 too. So, I mean, realistically, let's say 4-year contract's done. They don't want the 5th-year option, which hopefully that doesn't happen. He's 25 years old. And once that 5th-year option is done, he's like 26 years old. So he's still very much in his prime once that
There you
contract
go.
is up. And even if he does sit for a year, it's not like you're wasting it. Like if you went with Michael Penix, that's the type of guy that you probably want to start immediately because he's 24 years old. With Drake Maye, he's 21. So there's still a lot to develop too, right? Like the guy you see with Drake Maye, there's so much to still develop with him because he's so young. As where with guys like Jaden Daniels, with guys like Michael Penix, what you see is for the most part what you're going to get. And Drake Maye, like I said, just completely outstanding. The fact that he could still get better is mind-blowing. He actually had a worse season in 2023 than he did in 2022. In 2022, 91.5 overall PFF grade, 90.8 this past season, 3,600 yards compared to the 4,100 yards he threw in 2022. Really good deep thrower, has the absolute size to play the position too at 6'4", 230 pounds, has a really strong arm to be able to throw the ball deep. As you can see, 97.1 deep grade, can fit those really tight windows. He can make those, he can really make, I would say, every NFL throw. Not just that too, but if you kind of look down here, deep yards, 1,452 yards were deep yards. He also only had a 1.9% turnover-worthy play. I think it was like fractional when it came to the comparison between Drake Maye and Jaden Daniels. And his big-time throw rate was 11th in the nation, again, despite not having any type of receiving core, with a 7.7% big-time throw rate.
Which is crazy. It's insane. Imagine him getting a receiver. It's gonna be beautiful, man. I honestly, PG, if like around the third round, right? When you got to 68, I think you could still get Walker if you go down a little more than that. If you trade down, you could still get Walker. It would be
Walker
beautiful.
would be there in the third or fourth round. Like he had such a bad offseason, I think his stock's gonna drop.
Yeah,
And that's a good thing for us. You pair him up with this guy.
that's true.
Exactly.
It's much better for us. We don't need to risk it up or higher.
Here's also the thing too. That helps Drake Maye and his receiver transition to the NFL. Like what Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase did. They transitioned together, although like 1 year apart. That helped them understand, each other because they played with each other in college, and that really, to me, would make a lot of sense. So I would actually agree with that so much. You hit the nail on that one, Neil.
S27 with the $2 donation says, bring back Matt Patricia to be Maye's offensive coordinator. Dude, I think I would have a better job being
Keep that
the
football
offensive
terrorist away from our rookie quarterback.
But you know what? Even worse for a quarterback than Matt Patricia is Bill Belichick. And I love Belichick, greatest coach of all time. But let me tell you, especially as of late, that dude is a cancer to quarterbacks. Like even in recent years, like Tom Brady's final years, he was cancer to Tom Brady.
Cancer.
But Tom Brady was Tom Brady, so you never really saw that. But even for Tom Brady's numbers, he took a step back. Belichick he didn't view quarterbacks as high as the impact really is for the position.
He's not the same Belichick that came in when we won the first 3 Super Bowls with him. He changed over time, and he became that person that's not like per se player friendly in a way, like Mayo is. Mayo could he's really close with the players. Yeah, Belichick was just the military style. This is business and business,
But he's
100%.
always been that way, though. He's always been that way.
If you look at before, he still had that business, but he was still very close to his players. That's why we had such a great core of guys defensively and offensively for such a while. And that's why we were able to have the so-called Patriots way of that foundation. He was close to the guys, and they bonded, and they were able to spread it even more. Over time, things went on. It didn't end so well. And it went around the time of probably when he wanted Brady out. He was saying Brady was getting older and I need to get it replaced. That's what Belichick does. He did to McGinnis. He did to Walker. He's been doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you guys think the Chargers go with?
I know for a fact they are making a pick. They are not trading.
They are. Oh,
they are. Okay.
They are not trading.
They need a receiver, right?
They need a number 1 receiver.
They do.
I say receiver or Dunze.
They should. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be Malik Neighbors. Like, what are the pick? Okay, so they have 35, 37, 60. Okay, maybe they have more picks than I thought they did, but
Honestly,
I thought they could trade
Report
down.
just came in from Greg Rosenthal that the Vikings and the Giants actually tried last minute to trade for number 3.
Wow.
Wow.
Not enough.
I know
Not
the
enough.
Giants got really active today, but
I feel like they could have traded back with the Giants and still got Drake May at 6.
No, he would have been gone.
No.
He would have
Who
been
was in
gone.
front of him? Who
He
they would
would
have
have been
traded with the
gone.
Giants. They would have traded the Giants. The Giants would have picked who? Marvin Harrison, probably.
The pick
They
is
just
in
gave-
for the Chargers, and
they
the New
just-
York Giants are now on the clock.
They just gave what's his name the big contract, Danny Dimes. So they probably wouldn't have taken a quarterback, even if they
I think
did.
it
The Patriots wouldn't have
depends.
let them.
I think it depends.
Then you have
what
two
it is
two
the
teams
front
that have quarterbacks already. You have what's his name? You have Kyler Murray and you have Justin Herbert. Unless one of those two teams are going to make a trade with another team, then they probably would have gotten Drake May at 6.
Maybe. I don't know.
I feel like if the Giants are trading from
With the
6 to
5th
3,
pick
probably.
in the 2024 NFL
Both
Draft,
neighbors.
the
Gonna
LA
be both
Chargers
neighbors.
select Joe Alt.
Whoa!
What?
Oh, they protected
Bro.
him, man. They didn't get a receiver. This is what you
Actually,
call San. Well, it's not
does
San
make
Diego
sense.
Chargers anymore,
What's his
but
name? Hardball. The other one of
Oh.
the twins.
this
They're
is
a-
good for
Wow.
us.
They're a
This
run
is
first.
good for us.
He's a,
Bro,
The
Titans
receivers
fans.
would go lower.
Titans
he's a
fans
run
are
first.
punching the air right now, which means Olu Fashanu is definitely going to have to. I think he's probably going 7. I'm going
He
to say
has
Olu
to. Yeah.
Fashanu at 7.
Good
but
on the Chargers for protecting their guy.
yeah,
Wow.
dude.
I mean, the
Wow.
Chargers are going to be a run first team.
Hey,
Yeah.
PG,
Yeah.
PG, Leggett could land in our lap at this point if it continues.
Yeah, dude.
If they
I said that before.
Play like this, another team does this when they're supposed to get a receiver, he could legitly land in our lap.
Wow.
What's his name? What was I going to say?
Let's scroll up, let everybody see what picks.
I'm scared Carolina might take him because they visit him and they really like the kid.
Honestly,
JT
Joe
to the
Alt-
Giants.
What's his name?
Joe-
Jim
Joe Alt
Harbaugh.
was the
Jim
right
Harbaugh is
decision.
a run first coach. Like in that run that they had where Michigan won the championship, I think they ran the ball. Like they had like 2,000-yard rushers, and JJ McCarthy didn't have to throw the ball a whole bunch.
That's
Bro,
right. That's
let
true.
me tell you. Let me tell you. If
That makes
if
sense.
that's the way that they're going to start running their offense, Justin Herbert, give it a few years, going to request a trade. Watch, he's too talented
Yeah.
to like barely do
Yes.
anything.
You can't just
Well,
let him
they'll-
sit like that.
They'll probably do that to begin the year, and then when they have money after they just got rid of Mike Williams and Keenan Allen, next year they're probably going to have money. They'll probably go get a receiver. But like right now, Jim Harbaugh is trying to build a culture there. So
Mhm.
the run first thing makes sense. Like they lost a lot of
Oh,
pieces
yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
Like they got rid of Mike Williams, they got rid of Keenan Allen. They did just draft a receiver last year, and granted wasn't that good, but who knows? Like
It makes
I don't know.
sense. I could agree with you, bro.
The
So,
former
because-
Chargers coaching staff was very incompetent. That guy Brandon Staley coached
Yeah.
to literally lose games.
Oh yeah.
He was horrible. He was horrible.
Horrible.
But I could agree with you because next year you have Hopkins available, you have Higgins available, you have so many receivers available next year. So I
Who knows?
get you in
What
that
if
aspect.
they trade for Higgins this year?
That's true.
That's true. They could still. Higgins said it again. He wanted out.
Higgins just requested a trade like last night.
Yeah.
He did.
I do
Yeah,
think
he
that
wants
is a
out.
smart move. I do think it's a smart move, them going Joe Alt. I think ultimately I thought that they were going to go Malik Neighbors because they have no wide receivers. But at the end of the day, this is a stacked wide receiver class. And like I said, with my point on the Patriots not going Marvin Harrison Jr., every single year, there are rumors about teams trading like their wide receiver ones, whether it's Stephon Diggs, AJ Brown, T. Higgins, like every single year. Like you can get a number one guy. It's the hardest thing to get is your franchise quarterback. The second hardest thing to get is offensive tackles because so many teams are looking for good offensive line play, but there's not enough guys in the league. There's not enough guys that are coming in the league that are good enough to play at the NFL level. So going Joe Alt, who is immediately going to, plug in and be a Pro Bowler, has Hall of Fame potential. Like this guy is an absolute dog.
Yes.
You're able to start playing in the trenches, which is where I think if you're rebuilding a team, that's exactly where it needs to start. But again, getting your left tackle, you're protecting Justin Herbert's blind side, but not just that. You're also going to get more production out of the run game. No matter what you're trying to do offensively, it starts with the offensive line. So I think Harbaugh going Joe out there might not be a sexy pick, but it is 100% the right pick.
You got the best tackle in the game. You protecting your guy. It is beautiful to start. Hey, they did something right compared to the last coach. The last coach let this kid get harassed.
About getting protection for your quarterback. Breaking
Yeah.
news. With the 6th pick in the
Ooh.
2024 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Malik Neighbors.
Yeah,
There we go.
There you go.
makes
They got
sense.
their receiver.
You know what? I'm sorry, but I think that's the right move too. I know you might not
Yeah.
believe in Daniel Jones. I think Drake Maye, like Caleb Williams, they're all going to be better than Daniel Jones, but push it down the line a little bit. Respectfully, you gave him this massive contract because he played good for 1 year. Now he's paid as one of the highest quarterbacks in the National Football League. I think he's like a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League in terms of what he's being paid annually. You never really built around him. Give him an actual wide receiver one, give him actual weapons, give him a stable offensive line, see what happens when you build around him, and then say he is or is not our guy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Now they gave him a lot of weapons. It's just that because they signed what's his name, Kenny Galladay, and they signed Kenny Galladay to like a big ass contract right after he had his monster season in Detroit, his contract year, and he fell off the face of the planet.
Yeah, and now what's his face? Darren Waller barely played because of injury. Now he might retire. Yeah, they've been very unlucky.
They've been plagued with injuries. They've been at the key positions. It's not good.
All right, so this is really interesting because now we kind of have the guys that are starting to come off the board that you kind of assume where those guys are going to go. So now we're going to get some shocking picks here. So at 7, I know that the Titans did want Joe Alt. He obviously goes at 5 to the Chargers. Do they go with another tackle here like Olu Fashanu, who personally is my second best tackle on the left side? I know some people have their guys a little bit different. Do they go offensive line or, do they try to trade down? I know wide receiver is still a top need. They should not go wide receiver. I know Roma Dunze's here, but I think you have bigger needs than wide receiver. You just got Calvin Ridley. You have DeAndre Hopkins. You have Treylon Burks, who you drafted a couple of years ago. Like, I think you have a good 1, 2, 3 punch with your receiver core right now. See what you got before you move forward.
Yeah, I think they're going to go tackle.
Or
tackle, okay. What else do they need? They need edge and defensive back. Maybe not Cooper.
They also need who did they pick up as their running back?
Tony Pollard.
Take out Tony Pollard, yeah.
Oh yeah, they got Tony Pollard, so they're not going to look for a running back.
They got to go tackle here. It makes too much sense.
Yeah, tackle's what they should do, but they could also go edge because they need a big Turner maybe or Leatu Latu. I like Latu, but he had a very big injury concern that actually stopped his career in football for a while. They thought that he was never going to play football again, and then he was able to kind of come back. But that is still scary that you pretty much had a career-ending injury, but magically hopped back into it. So, ability is the best ability. So I think it's definitely edge or tackle. I think they go here. Honestly, I think the smart would be to trade down. But
it would be smart. I would tell you, Latu might go to Atlanta. I think that's where he'll probably end up.
Dude, what if like the Jets traded up? What if the Jets traded up from 10 to 7 to get Roma?
But they need a receiver. What's the point if they need to get a receiver or a tight end? They could just sit there and get the receiver.
So you go from 10 to 7 so that you get Roma Dunze because you're trying to skip over a team at 9 or even honestly like 8 because the Bears could look to get another wide receiver like Roma Dunze to really vamp up that wide receiver core.
Why would the Jets don't need another? They brought in what's his name? They brought in Mike Williams. They have Garrett
Williams isn't going to play an entire season, and even
Alan Lazard. I don't think they should be looking for a receiver.
Alan Lazard, dude. Alan Lazard was a product of Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he's a bum, and even then, he's not a wide receiver one.
He was not good with
he was not.
But here's also what the Jets could do too.
Is who was throwing the ball last year?
Zach Wilson, but still, it doesn't matter. He's
and
a bum.
He's fucking trash.
He's a bum.
But Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. If Alan Lazard is a product of Aaron Rodgers, then Aaron Rodgers still throwing him the ball. He's still going to be solid.
But even then, he's not a number one guy. And even then, I don't think he's a very good
Garrett Wilson is the number one.
Exactly. But they also brought in, they brought in Mike Williams. Mike Williams, how many season-ending injuries has he had? Like
he's going to get hurt.
For that.
3. About 4 or 5 games into it.
Mike Williams is their big outside X receiver right now. That guy could be Roma Dunze for you. A lot of Jets fans have been very big on going Rome Odunze. Like, I think that realistically they should go Brock Bowers. I think
Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers needed.
that would make a lot more sense for them. But Aaron Rodgers has loved that big outside X contested receiver. That guy's Rome Odunze.
But they also need to go tackle. Who's the other guy that they have? They have Mekhi Becton, or do they have Mekhi Becton? Is it somebody else?
No, he's a free agent still.
Yeah, he still is.
They made a couple
but who
of
do they have
trades.
at tackle? They don't. I don't think
They
have
made
a
a
lot of
couple
guys
of
at
trades. I
tackle.
know they made a trade with the Ravens, and they also picked up the former Cowboys Tyron Smith over at left tackle.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
I think that they should. I've made the case for going tackle before, but keep in mind that tackle is not going to play year one unless there is ultimately injuries. So I think that if you're trying to build around your Super Bowl window with Aaron Rodgers, you probably go with some receiving threat, whether it is wide receiver or tight end.
And plus, you got the defense, already locked down too. Like you're. I think you.
Breaking
you
news:
go.
with the 7th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select J.C. Latham.
What?
Wow.
Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa! That threw me off.
Latham?
I do like Latham. I don't understand. I don't understand the.
I don't get
Sean.
that.
I don't understand.
Yeah. Jeez.
J.C. Latham's a pure
really
left tackle, if I remember correctly.
Right tackle, I thought.
Right tackle. Well, right tackle, right guard versatility. But I feel like if you were going right tackle, there were better options to go. But
A lot better options.
okay, I mean,
So
get your guy.
got-
Get your guy, man.
They got
Get your
the
guy.
Jets have Tyron Smith and Morgan Moses as tackles,
Morgan Moses. That's
and
who
they're
was it.
both old as fuck.
I think
Tyron
if
Smith
that's
is
the case,
33,
you
and
go-
so is Morgan Moses.
I think if
Hopefully,
that's the case, you probably
Elliott
go with a guy in like
The
the
Patriots
second.
have known for weeks that Jaden Daniels was going to go number 2 to
If
Washington.
you're gonna get tackle as the Jets, why not trade down a bit?
Yeah, you could trade down or like probably go there in the
The
second.
Raiders.
Like I said, that guy's not going to play at least a full season unless there's injuries.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting pick here. I wonder what the Falcons are going to do with
Edge. That Latu guy is going right there.
Or
Yeah,
Dallas
has to be
Turner.
defense, dude. Has to be defense
So
because they added so much offense in free agency to
they
where
did.
if you want to
What
be
does the
competitive,
chat think?
what happened?
Who do they have at cornerback? The Falcons.
They have I forget what's name. They have a really
AJ
good cornerback,
Terrell.
number one. Yeah, AJ Terrell. They have a
AJ
really
Terrell.
good number one guy.
They have with Jesse Bates they got from last
The
year.
free safety.
Yeah, so
Mhm.
probably defensive
They have
line would make more
AJ
sense.
Terrell, and then it looks like some guy named Clark Phillips.
Yeah, I mean they do
Mhm.
need help there. They do
He's
need help there.
22. He's young.
He
If
could
they
still
go
get guys later.
If they go corner, they're probably going Terrion Arnold or Quinion Mitchell, but I think they will
Yeah.
ultimately go edge.
Yeah. Falcons on the clock.
Dallas Turner or Jared Verse. I think it'll probably be Dallas Turner if they go edge.
I think so too.
I like Latu, but like
Yeah.
I said, that injury history I think could scare some teams.
Yeah.
That Turner is still, Turner could go for sure. He's an animal.
All right, what do you guys think in the chat? Where do you guys think that the Falcons are going to go here with the 8th pick? Watch them go offense, and we all just got it wrong.
I know exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, but why do you? I mean, unless you don't believe in Kyle Pitts, which I've heard rumors that they don't believe in him at some.
Oh.
I
at
mean,
some
you
point.
drafted him pretty darn
He's
high.
a beast.
He's
The man's
a
doing
beast,
well.
bro. Like, what are you talking about? Like, believe in the guy, bro. Like, you haven't used him at all in the right way. Like, what are you going to do? Bring in Brock Bowers and replace him from Kyle Pitts? Heck no, bro. That's a waste of money.
The
I
new
don't
head
think those
coach.
rumors are true. They did pretty well with them. I don't know why would they not like him. They feel
Exactly
pretty
what
well.
I said.
New head coach changes things.
Oh, bro, that would be some.
Arthur
That would
Smith
be
ain't the head coach
crazy.
anymore.
Go, bring him to us. Just throw him us. So I don't care, bro. Like,
yeah.
what at that point, you want to be stupid? I play with stupid.
Mhm.
Fine, let's go, bro. If this is the game you want to play, that is sad if they do some stuff like that, bro.
Get the best tight end core in the entire NFL. Kyle Pitts, Hunter Henry, and other people. I mean, come on, man. Let's just trade with the Falcons here.
That fucking contract is crazy. 4 years, 92 mil.
That is.
What the
when
AJ Brown?
No, Calvin Ridley. They're
Oh
talking.
yeah.
They're going over what they have.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Dude.
That's the way you're going to
know-
one up them, by overpaying.
Yeah.
You know,
They definitely
let
went
me-
up to everyone.
Let me ask you guys something because this just came to my attention. Let's go back to the Chargers pick for just a sec, because I really am kind of confused at why they went Joel here. Like they have Rashad Slater, right? Why did they go left tackle when they already had a left tackle? That would be my question here for the Chargers.
Was he good?
I heard some good things about him. Like he was a Pro Bowler one of his first years in the league, like after a couple of years of his career. So does this mean that they view Joel as more of a right tackle? That maybe they gotta use him somewhere.
Never a problem with using a prick on protection.
Oh, wait, let me.
Maybe they just don't believe in the guy they have right now. That's why they're switching it up.
Later.
They might.
So, interesting little tweet here by Andrew Callahan. He's reporting that the Patriots did not believe Maye was well positioned or protected in UNC's new offense last year, and it knocked his interviews with some teams. He knocked his interviews with some teams out of the park. Sounds like he knocked his interview with the Patriots out of the park.
Yeah, you did.
So
You have to be taken at third overall.
Yeah.
He apparently Gerard Mayo also said, and I quote, "There is no ceiling with a guy like Drake Maye."
Yes,
Wow.
I remember that.
So they
That's
really believe in
extremely
him.
rare to say that. Not like a high ceiling, but no ceiling.
Dang,
No freaking ceiling, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane. Say some shit like that.
that's crazy, yo. Like to say that before the
And
draft.
he's a good kid. There's like no drama behind him, for as far as I know. So
No,
that's even better. So you
it
want a
looks
leader
like-
like that. He's gonna.
It looks like with Rashawn Slater, he was the second team All Pro in 2021, which was his rookie season. And then after that season, he got injured, played 3 games in 2022, and then played all 17 in 2023, but had 7 holding penalties.
Well, I mean, can't you coach that out of them? Like the Chargers were turmoil last year with their penalties, bro. Like that's just coaching, in my opinion. Unless they don't view it, maybe they tried talking to him about a contract extension, and he's saying just too much. I don't know.
What
That
if
could
they
be
move
the
him
case.
to? What if they move him to right tackle? What if they move Slater to right tackle?
Could do that.
They could.
Good.
Yeah, that's a good move.
Did
He could
anybody
switch
hear
it
what
up.
Belichick said about the Maye pick? Because S27 with the $2 donation. Shout out to you, S27. You said Belichick was fairly critical of the May pick. So
With the
obviously
8th
being
pick
on the stream, you
in the
didn't hear about it.
2024 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons are selecting Michael Penix Jr.
Whoa!
Bro, shut up, bro. No,
Whoa!
you playing,
What?
dude.
Oh!
You gotta be playing with
Get out
me.
of here, Tom. You're
No,
fucked, bro.
Michael
no.
Penix before JJ
No way.
McCarthy.
What?
Oh, no
What
way.
the
Bro.
God?
Dude, no, dude. You got to be joking,
That's,
right?
no
Kidding me,
way.
Tom?
No way. They just want to go get the.
You're not building around Kirk Cousins. Did they not
What?
just sign him to what?
Did they not just pay him that much money to do? Go.
Bro,
Oh.
Michael Penix is 24 years old. By the time
24.
that you have Kirk Cousins out of the building, he's gonna be like 28.
Dude.
What are you fucking
I think
doing?
we can safely say we have our first WTF pick of the draft.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Very
What?
true. What
What
the yeah?
heck, bro?
Oh gosh. What is
Maybe
ATL
that's-
thinking?
I mean,
Every
hey,
single
that,
Atlanta Falcons
that
fan
could
right now
be-
punching
that could
Jimmy
be a pick for no faith in Kirk Cousins' Achilles.
Then why would you pay him that
That's
much?
not true.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Because hey, quarterbacks are getting paid a lot of money now.
I'm sorry, bro.
That's the
2
only
years?
thing.
You could have gave him 2 years. You could have gave him a 2-year deal.
Money,
Jesus.
money is listen. Money is not a lot with the Chargers. I don't think money is going to be the issue.
Oh my gosh.
Oh God damn. What the hell just happened? What the hell just
28-3
happened?
just happened right
They could-
there.
Oh shit.
It has have the contract details come out on Kirk Cousins'
Yo, I want some of what ATL is having.
Dude,
I don't even know
Kirk
what to
Cousins'
think.
face.
I did
You
not think that Michael
would
Penix
think-
Jr. was going to go this high.
You would think that they had to have told Kirk Cousins, like, this is what we're doing. Because if you didn't and you signed him to that big extension and he's here like, man, I'm about to get a wide receiver or an offensive tackle, and then he sees his replacement, he's like, dude,
There must be something in there, some clause and some wordings and talks that they had. I'm sure there must be.
Dude, Kirk Cousins is calling up the Vikings right now.
Yeah, he's like,
So
yo, do you want to take me back, baby?
It's a 4-year
180 million.
180 million with it's only 100 million guaranteed, so he's getting 25 mil per year. The payout was reportedly set at 90 million through 2024 and 2020 to 2025, but only plus another 10 million in 2026. So they could dump him off after 2 years and not have a high salary cap hit.
But bro, he's 24 years old. How can you not start him immediately? He has the
'Cause
weapons.
he's coming out of college.
Oh, Jesus
That's
Lord.
why.
This is going to be very interesting. So they want Kirk to mentor him for 2 years. They're going to give Kirk the boot in 2 years, eat the other money the third year for dead money.
That exactly.
Or fourth year too.
Unless they trade him, they're probably viewing it in the long run as if another team needs Kirk for not a lot of money, because they're not. I mean, if he's making 100, if he's making the first 90 million in 3 years, after 2 years they'd only the dead cap would be 30 million the first year and then 10 million the next. Think about what the Broncos just did with Russell Wilson too. Like they gave Russell Wilson the bag and then dumped it off, and they ate that dead money.
Yeah.
But that was a stupid move on their part, because that sets them back for 4 years, bro.
Yeah, but the Falcons didn't trade for Kirk. The Broncos did. The Broncos traded for Russ. So
this is insane.
This is
why the draft is so much fun.
This is why it's exciting.
Game.
Well, I get to laugh at Atlanta till I die. You know, as a Patriots fan, I get to laugh at them twice now. You guys get to too, because we're all Patriots fans. I'm definitely going to grave my diss. Like, I'm gonna laugh. This is just hilarious. This team just loves throwing L's up there.
I remember seeing mock drafts with this dude in the second round.
Yeah. You could get Penix in the second.
I never believed that personally. Like, his injury concerns are definitely there, but I think if he checked out, like those injury concerns checked out, which apparently they did during the combine, like this dude is easily like
he's number 2
quarterback in this class. He is so good. It's just those injury concerns that are of question. But looking at how Michael Penix kind of falls here, dude, I told you, JJ McCarthy was not going to be the fourth quarterback taken off the board. Well, I mean, I guess I started to buy into it a little bit, but I never believed he should be. But I never thought Michael Penix was going to fall to the second. That's why when people like send in mocks with Michael Penix at 34, I was like, hey, if it happens, that's great. I don't think he's going to. I didn't think he was going to go at 8, but I wonder how
he got picked high.
I wonder how this affects at like 13. You know, because I think the Raiders really wanted Michael Penix.
They did.
And I wonder what they do now that a quarterback came off the board sooner than they thought. But you know what? JJ McCarthy at 11 seems so much more realistic now.
It does.
Yeah. It's a feeding frenzy for trading up to get JJ. Now it's a feeding frenzy. That means Bo's gonna go in the first round easily now.
Yeah.
That means Rattler could also move up probably in the third round to the maybe late second, possibly. This is crazy what just happened right now. What they just triggered is just a domino effect now.
Well, three teams remaining are looking for quarterbacks. The Raiders are looking for a quarterback. The Broncos are looking for a quarterback, and the Vikings.
Yeah.
Oh God!
Maybe you have 7 quarterbacks taken in the first round.
Oh
yeah,
I would.
Who knows?
Yeah.
And also, did you guys hear about Belichick talking about Drake Maye when he was picked?
No, I couldn't because we were doing this. I kept it on low. What did he say? Did you pick it up?
S27 will have to let us know after we hear about the pick.
Yeah, it's in. We just don't know who it is yet.
We don't know who it is yet. All right. So wait, who's on the board?
With the 9th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Rome Odunze,
Yeah,
Yep.
Roma Dunze. There it
There
is.
you go.
Told you.
That's
There
it. There you go. They got their
The
receiver.
first time in NFL history that the first 8 plays, picks are all on offense.
Bro, this is
What?
Brock
Wow.
Bowers then. This has to be Brock Bowers.
Wow. This has definitely Brock Bowers.
Dang.
Because the Jets don't get Roma Dunze. They don't get one of these top receivers that I think they wanted. They also don't get Joe Alt, a potential
Nope.
left future. So it's either a
Tight
defense
end.
or it's Brock Bowers.
Tight end.
Unless who's a wide receiver? Could they reach and go like Brian Thomas, AD Mitchell? They could.
No.
No.
I think at this point,
Unless
PG,
they
they'll
trade
get
down.
Broward.
Unless they trade down and grab Brian Thomas, I'm not going to be happy with the Jets going there. I mean, I'm a Pats fan, so I'll be happy with them going ahead and
Well, anything
What if
to
they
make
go
fun of
quarterback?
Jets.
Oh gosh,
Yeah,
if the Jets go quarterback, I'm going to laugh at them.
Well,
I'm
really,
gonna laugh all day today if they go quarterback. It's gonna be a wonderful draft. This is hilarious if that happens.
Hear me out, because I think JJ McCarthy is similar to a player to what's his name, Zach Wilson. I mean, pre-draft process. I'm just saying, like combine and all of that.
Yeah.
They're similar.
It's a raw talent, very raw talent.
Very raw.
we have
talent.
a trade. We have our first trade.
Oh,
The Jets are trading the 10th overall pick to the Vikings.
the
Nice.
Vikings. Okay.
What?
Okay.
Dude, you're
One
trading
down.
one spot?
Dang.
Are they trading
both are-
11 or 23?
Here comes JJ off the board.
Here comes it. Here it comes.
Did they
It's
really
JJ.
feel that they okay? So I'm assuming that the Jets were just getting calls from multiple teams, whether it was the Broncos or the Raiders or the
Yeah.
Saints, and that's why they had to trade up one spot. But I would assume you probably don't have to give up that much. Maybe
No.
a third or fourth.
Yeah, a third probably,
Mhm.
maybe a fourth.
So let's update the board.
So I do have the terms.
Okay,
Let
let's
me
hear
pull
them.
them up. The Minnesota Vikings are trading pick 11, pick 129, acquired from Detroit, and pick 157, acquired from Cleveland, to the New York Jets in exchange for pick 10 and pick 203.
Wow.
That's a smart one. That's a good one for them.
That is great.
Vikings made off fine.
Man, how are they
Yeah.
pulling off these trades? That's now like what 2-3 trades in the first round that they made this offseason? Like, bro, how are they doing this?
Good for them. One spot.
Yeah,
too.
good for them.
One spot, and whoever you wanted is still on the board. Well, probably.
Yep.
So true.
They're not gonna.
And Jets get an extra pick. They're happy, and they get to still get their guy. They'll still get Brock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, could you imagine
Wow.
if the Vikings go Brock Bowers?
Oh, dude, they'll be so pissed.
They would.
I would laugh. I would laugh.
Crazy.
That would be so cool, though.
No, Jets had enough, man. I feel bad for them.
Yeah.
I'm born and raised in Jersey. I live in Jersey. I feel bad for them, bro.
Bro,
I
what
really
if they
do.
take tackle here? And in 2
Nah,
years in a row,
fuck the
they get
Jets.
screwed of being able to take a tackle in the first round? Like, bro.
I felt bad for them when Rodgers went down because I was like, damn, they're going to be competitive this year. And they had a defense, too. They had a nasty defense. So it's like, it was sad.
Bro,
honestly.
I had customers at my work telling me that the Jets were going to go to the Super Bowl, and I'm like, yeah, we'll see.
Calm
about
down. Calm down, bro. Calm. I know you got A-Rod, but like you got to relax a little bit.
that. Like, dude, when this guy was saying, like, we're going to, like, we have the second pick, we're going to be the second best seat behind the Chiefs, and I'm like, just dude, chill.
Oh, Vikings traded up. Here comes JJ. Jesus.
I mean, you have to think it's quarterback, right?
It's gotta
Yeah, why
be.
wouldn't you trade up for a quarterback at this point? That's what they need.
I mean, unless
What if
it's-
they take Bo Nix? Bo Nix
Oh,
is a
God.
he's accurate.
That'd be
Maybe.
crazy.
Weren't they big on JJ?
they're big on JJ, I hear. Like, bro, that's crazy.
It's been a very interesting draft, to say the least.
Very interesting. Who's available at wide receiver?
We're not even halfway through yet. This is going crazy.
Mm-hmm. Man. What's the possibility
Be honest,
that Justin Jefferson could be traded during the draft?
Well, he wasn't traded right now. I gave you the terms. The terms are going to be pick 11, 129, and 157 to the Jets for 10 and 203.
That's it.
With the 10th pick
Uh-oh.
in the 2024
JJ.
NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings are selecting quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Oh,
There you go.
Wow.
JJ's
there
home.
you go.
That's
You know
good
what?
for them.
I don't necessarily love him, but I will say that guy's got a really good mentality. He's got a winning mentality. And like, I remember there was this thing that came out during the process where it was like, if you were coming Michigan, JJ McCarthy said, if you like to party or you like to fool around, don't come here, because that's not what he's about.
Dude, that's a good guy.
got a
There you
good
go.
mentality.
Yeah.
He got good on his head on his shoulders. He's a great leader. He's
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah.
That's his, the
Definitely
only problem.
interesting to
He's
see.
raw.
Definitely
Very,
interesting to see how he's
very.
going to throw the ball. He did not throw the ball a lot in college.
Yeah.
So
He didn't throw very well like outside the numbers either when he did
No.
throw the ball.
No.
neither over the middle too. Like I saw a
He
game
has to put
versus
his weight on
Maryland. Like versus Maryland last year that I saw on TV, he just threw it straight to a defender in the red zone. I'm like, dude, I don't want this guy that we're picking F3, you know. So, but man,
And the New York Jets are on the clock.
who do you go here? It's got to be Brock Bowers, bro. I can't.
Yeah, and the Vikings got two pretty good receivers already. That is the case. Like Jordan Addison, young, Justin Jefferson, young, and probably the best receiver in football.
Yeah.
Like, they have a good duo, but it all depends on how well you throw the ball.
And I mean, my question for the Vikings now is like, if you're going to develop, you know, a raw talent, this probably does mean that, you know, you're going to have to start, you know, what's his name, Sam Darnold for a little bit. I'm not going, you know, say he's going to start the entire year, but like, you know, still you got it.
They better sit him.
Because I was going to say, if they're doing, you know, pass on quarterback in this draft, bro, you have so many questions for your future at this point in time, because how do you go ahead and, you know, have whatchamacallit, you know, Sam Darnold be your future? I would say heck no. from
Oh,
what
that
I
is
saw.
facts. They did bring in Aaron Jones.
That, yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
They have a good running back core. I don't know if I
Tom
would say
Brady commercial.
great.
Jeez. Now the reporters are putting out the trade terms. Bro, I gave it to you guys like 5 minutes ago.
Damn, they're slow. They should hire you, bro. You're faster than them. That's
I
bad.
know.
That's bad for reporters, bro. That's not a good look.
So this is not like actual breaking news, but breaking news. My friend is saying that the Michael Penix pick was a good pick because we needed a young passer.
Okay.
Bro, what is...
Hey man, you do like honestly to me, Penix without if he wasn't injured, he's the number second best quarterback to me. But those injuries are the concern. I get why they're doing now, but it's like you didn't need to pay all that money to Kirk, but you did it now. I guess you like to go ass backwards. Maybe put the pants on first and then try the underwear last. I don't know. You guys are different
No.
over there.
Yeah.
You guess
Sure.
everyone's different. It's all right. You figure it out somehow.
The Bucs are still going to be the best team in that division this year, like no doubt.
And they have the best talent.
They do.
Like
I mean, the
Drake
Saints.
Maye, no, not Drake Maye. Drake London,
do.
Darnell Mooney, and
Pitts.
Bijan Robinson with Kyle Pitts, like that.
It's over.
And
They got an
I-
offense.
Kirk is just Kirk is interesting though, because Kirk, that Achilles injury, I get it. It's different now than it was 20 years ago, but
Yeah.
To me, what concerns me more is
Quarterbacks are
even if you take care of that, let's just say even if he stays healthy, it's more about the man's only had one playoff win in all the years that he's played NFL. Can we stop forgetting about that? He keeps getting these guaranteed contracts. Can he just make a book on how to get guaranteed contracts without doing much?
Like,
Yeah.
Well, he gets guaranteed contracts because he's really, really good in the regular season. He just doesn't win
Transition. Yeah. Yeah. He is really good in the regular season. I'll give him that. He's nasty in the regular season.
Yeah.
But then he just shuts down the playoffs.
I understand it. I understand
He's
the pick,
he's
but,
just
like,
not good in prime time. That's
No.
his problem. He's not good
Yeah,
in
this
prime
is the
time.
problem.
In the primetime games, he's like below average to like mid, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like he's never been electric in prime time, but he's just like you give him 1 o'clock games, bro. They'll probably go 12-4.
Yeah.
All 1 o'clock games, they'll go 12-4. But
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
his prime time Kirk is just not a real thing. He's just not that good. He's
No,
not a
and
good
that's why he can't
primetime
get over
Kirk.
the hump.
The time that he got
Can't get over the
destroyed
hump.
by the Eagles, bro. This guy's like went up to his sideline.
What's it called? There was a
God.
series on Netflix called Quarterback.
That was
I don't know if
great.
anybody watched it.
That was great.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Like Kirk Cousins, he's literally like got shit taped to his head. Like he gets in his head so he's like up late at night writing plays. I'm like, dude, just go to bed.
Go to bed, bro. You need your health.
I feel like he just gets in his head so hard.
No,
He has a therapist that he goes and talks. Like, dog,
But
you're
that's not
playing
therapist.
professional. You're
Fine.
playing a game for a living, and like I get it, mental health, blah 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 blah. But like, dude, you're playing a game for a living. You need to like just lock in and get it done. You don't like you get in your head too much. You're in your head way too much. Overkill to the max. You overthink it. Just like Andy Reid. Like Andy Reid, I feel like got over that where he would go in and he would overanalyze the team and then not make the right adjustments in game. Like that was Andy Reid like 5-6 years ago. He would do that shit all the time. Go in with a great game plan, be really, really good in the first half. And
with the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. Oh, wait, I misread something. My bad. Hey, everybody's going to have their brain farts.
Hey, what were you saying? Somebody was going to explain about what Belichick said about Drake Maye. Can please somebody explain about that?
Yeah, S27. He's the one that donated the $2, saying that Belichick was fairly critical of the May pick. So I'm not sure what Belichick said. So S27, if you want to let us know, or anyone wants to let us know in the comment section about what Belichick said. But you know what? That probably means that if May was there and Belichick was still the head coach,
he wouldn't take him.
3.
He wouldn't take him. See, God bless this man. Happened, man. It was good for him and good for us because I know he would not take
for the Jets.
Ooh.
Still waiting on who it is. It should come up in a couple.
Oh, so
it's gotta
so
be
Belichick, so on the McAfee show, they were listening to what Drake Maye was saying, and Drake Maye compared himself to Josh Allen, and Bill Belichick said, "We'll see about that."
What does that mean?
Meaning that he probably doesn't think that he's going to be the next Josh Allen.
Belichick said that May was the worst quarterback in the pocket and that he was slow on some reads with open receivers. Belichick says May needs to stay in the pocket longer.
I mean, he's
with the 11th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The New York Jets select Olu Fashanu.
There you go. Wow.
Oh. Wow.
Told you. No comment.
But Olu Fashanu's a left tackle. So, like, I understand. I've thrown this idea out to, like, my Jets friends who are, obviously YouTubers, Richie, Ian, all those guys. And, they kind of were kind of saying the same thing to where, yeah, you do have some concerns with Smith over at left side, but get a guy in, like, the second round to develop him, because if Smith can stay healthy, that guy that you draft in the first round just is not going to start. They threw out ideas of going right tackle more than left tackle, though. Olu Fashanu is strictly a left tackle.
So I guess they don't believe in the guy's health, though.
We still have not had one defensive player picked.
No.
It's just so crazy, man.
I think they'll go, like, late, like, around this area, like the team.
But the Broncos are still on the clock.
How about that?
Here comes another quarterback.
No Brock Bowers.
I saw on NFL Network that the Broncos were traded down to, like, the number 25 overall pick to sweat Bo Nix. Who's feeling that?
I don't like Bo Nix, especially not here. Wide receivers in need, but all the top guys are
Well,
off.
if Michael Penix can go 8th overall.
Yeah, then both could go.
Bo is probably going to go to the Broncos.
He's got to.
Yeah.
Like, they need a quarterback, bro.
There is a
What are you doing?
report going around that the Eagles are looking to trade up really soon.
Yeah, I heard about that. This
Probably
is
for, like,
gonna be
for
crazy.
Gene.
Yo, Howie's the best GM that's ever existed. He just paid Brown that. Now understand how smart this is. He's paid Brown and Smith before this crazy ass hike you're gonna have to pay to the receivers next year. That is extremely smart. He keeps doing this every single time.
He's just showing
He's
the
the
whole
best
league how to
GM.
be a GM.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love it. I love it. I adore it, bro. I look at like this guy's a genius at what he does.
And he pitched.
This should be written. There needs to be a book. I want a book on this.
Yeah. I mean, he's like the king of picking D linemen as well. Like the past 2 years, he's picked to Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, Jordan, whatever his name is.
You need that Houston Texans blueprint on how to rebuild a franchise in like 2 years, because they just did it.
They did.
Yeah.
They just fucking did
Go
it.
for the Texans, man. Like they found their quarterback, and that was surprising to me. Like whoever had the idea in that room to pick what's his name? See, I'm already forgetting his name. Who did it?
Tank
Who's it?
Dell, Nico Collins, CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
Carolina
CJ Stroud.
First
Yeah.
quarterback too.
Yeah, but
The Carolina fucked up.
They
Yeah.
did.
That's the narrative.
They did, man. I mean, good for them, man. Good for the Carolina Panthers. They don't have to go ahead and be winning those Super Bowls anytime soon.
But who knows? The question now is what team messed up this year?
I'm going to say, goodness, man.
All the quarterbacks in every year are all going to have the bust window where there's always something to nitpick about with them.
Mhm.
Caleb Williams, kind of a prima donna. I don't know. Maybe what if Caleb Williams is like the next Baker Mayfield in the fact that he just does commercials and does all this shit instead of focusing on football, which he should have done. Then he's trash. Jaden Daniels reminds me of Busted Fields, and honestly, Drake Maye, I get very strong Mitch Trubisky vibes from him. Not because they played at North Carolina, but they look the same. They look
You get trauma, man. I feel bad for you, bro. You got trauma from Trubisky. Jesus. Hey, man, I get trauma from a receiver.
Trubisky's numbers at North Carolina were better than Drake Maye's.
Wow.
Like,
yeah,
That's crazy.
That's why I'm
For the Broncos.
like, I'm always skeptical about the draft because I'm never like, yeah, this guy's gonna be like the great. It's like he could be.
Yeah.
Who knows if he's going to be though? You saw
What?
it with
Any
Mac Jones.
pick like that, right?
I bought a Mac Jones jersey. I believed in Mac Jones in his rookie season. I believed him in his second year. I was like, oh, all right, yeah. And then, dude, it was that one game with Miami when he threw that fucking pick to Xavier Howard. When he threw that
With
when
the
he threw
12th
that
pick
ball.
in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Bo Nix.
told you.
There you go. That's it. Quarterback. That's it. The quarterbacks are gone. The Raiders are like, we're left empty-handed. Who's left?
This is exactly why the Denver Broncos haven't been good since Manning retired.
Manning?
But it's also why they won't be good going forward too. Like you
Nobody
really
was
thought that
expecting both
Sean
Penix
Payton.
and Nix to go top 15.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
insane.
There's no reason every single quarterback should be gone in the top 15. This is I understand the need for quarterback, but this is a stretch. This is a stretch.
It's insane. It's
I mean,
crazy.
early in the draft process, when like last year, I was reading on Bo Nix, and his teammates at college were, especially at Auburn too, were saying that he's a good leader. So, I mean, who knows, man? Like he's got some good back shoulder throws that I think would fit Sean Payton's system quite a bit. They just need some weapons on the outside, right, man? Like they traded Jerry Jeudy away. Who else do they have in there? Like they need some weapons. Like,
Bro was
badly.
first in the nation in screen yards.
They have what's his name?
Screen
Then
yards.
I have
Do I even
No,
want to know how Brandon Pern is reacting? No, I don't.
Dude, they got. Oh, what's the next quarterbacks that are left? Let's see.
Spencer
Holy
Rattler.
Quarterbacks are like Spencer Rattler, Michael Pratt. Like
Mm.
no one you even want in the second round.
Yeah, that's
Why
gonna
did he
go
get
third.
drafted here?
Jordan Travis is the third best.
Yo,
and Joe
on
Milton.
PG. Don't be
Yeah.
surprised if Rattler goes late into the second. Don't be surprised now because all those
Yeah,
quarterbacks jump that much. Don't be surprised if he goes late
Be
into the second.
surprised if he goes
Rattler to the
early
Raiders.
second,
Rattler to the Raiders.
or yeah, if he goes to the Raiders.
Yeah.
True. Or hey,
Yo, if they pick him
there's
at
this
the
guy,
at
Joe
this pick,
Milton.
I think they'll probably go tackle here.
Like, bro, if Joe Milton goes in the first round, bro, I thought I'm gonna have some questions.
The Broncos right now have their top 2 receivers are Cortland Sutton, Josh Reynolds, and Marvin Mims Jr.
You can't
they
trade
got
for
corner.
And Tim Patrick is also in there as the 4th, but that's what they're looking at.
Dude,
What do they need?
Oh my god, yeah, man.
I mean, I don't think they need a whole lot on offense. I mean, on
Cornerback,
defense,
defensive line.
but
OL.
yeah,
I'm thinking
defensive
Troy
line is
Fautanu.
probably the only one.
Troy
So
Fautanu should be the pick here. Troy Fautanu, because Troy Fautanu has tackle experience and guard experience, so they need both. Having a guy who can plug in for you at either or kind of, I think, accelerates the rate for a player. So realistically, you don't have a quarterback on the board. This is where they should go, because it's not like they're going to go running back. There's no running back you would take in the first in this class.
No, I definitely not.
Unless they go defense.
D tackle.
Oh,
They
Maybe
got
a D tackle.
no.
They got Christian Wilkins this offseason.
I was about to say. No,
Yeah.
if you are going to take a running back in this year's draft in first round, although I highly agree with you, PG, Jonathan Brooks has got a lot of hype during the pre-draft process in his combine, so
Interesting.
I think so. Jordan
Yo, the amount of quarterbacks just went off the board is just insane.
dude, I can't even know. I don't
It's
even know
all offense. First,
is.
Yeah, it is.
all
You're right.
Offensive-minded league.
First
We
time
have
in
not
NFL
seen it.
history this has happened.
Yo, we have not seen one defensive pick. You're right. This is
This is embarrassing,
so
man.
cool. No, this is
Belichick
history in
would
the
be
making,
disappointed
man.
if he was still here.
This is beautiful to see. I've never seen anything like this. You guys never seen anything like this. It's beautiful to see this.
Hell no, I
It-
haven't.
It's an offensive-minded league, so I think you have such
Yeah.
offenses that are high-powered that are gonna put up at least 21 points a game. You know, like the
Absolutely.
Vikings, X, Y, and Z. So if you want to compete with them, you got to have
It's
an
an
offense that's going to
offense-first
be able
league.
to do that too. Exactly, it's a pass
Yep.
first league, even at that. So
That's
I
first,
wonder
yep.
where Brock Bowers is going to go, because he's a really,
Nice.
really good tight end. He's falling. The Colts maybe, because they could use some tight end help. The Seahawks, they don't really need a tight
What if
end.
he
You
goes
think,
to the? What if
Bro.
Brock Bowers goes to the Raiders? They got Michael Mayer and
They got Mayer last year, so I don't feel like it would make sense. Well, dude, if Bowers falls to 18, what a steal for the Bengals, dude.
Oh, that'll be a super steal. Oh, God.
Oh, that would be the best way to replace T. Higgins if he is traded. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I
I mean,
get
and
that.
him and Mike Gesicki next year. Ooh. I mean,
Yeah. I mean, especially when don't utilizes Micah Gesicki's ability. We did not use him for nothing last year, bro. We used him as a blocker, bro. This guy can catch a bat of the end zone and score some touchdowns, man, and then get Brock Bowers for yards after catch, bro. That would be the best
So what's the
opportunity for them
Denver
to do.
pick? What pick is Denver? Denver, man. That is insane. We're at a crazy ass point right now. Who just was what?
This draft has been worth the whole wait.
Dude,
Yes,
watch
it has.
Xavier Legette go in the first round now, so he's not going to be there
Oh,
tomorrow.
Yeah, God. Of course our luck is gonna be like that. Of course.
And
Who's
Wow.
on the board still at wide receiver?
the only receivers we've had taken out the board is Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., and Roma Dunze. That's it.
The
I would
top
be-
3.
Yeah.
The top 3.
So, we still got Troy Franklin, Ladd McConkey,
Crazy.
Brian Thomas. Brian Thomas is going to go, I think, sooner than people think. My boy
He
Dan,
has to.
he does the Bills. He was hoping to get Brian Thomas at 28. I don't know if Brian Thomas is allowed at 28.
I don't think so. I think his floor now is probably Probably the Eagles at 22.
There he is. Oldest guy ever. Oldest college football player ever. It's wild.
Who?
Guy's going to be 25 by the time the fucking NFL season starts.
Who?
Bo Nix.
Bo Nix?
I didn't even know he was that old, actually. Is he really
He's
that
like
old?
24.8 years old. Like, I think he's going to be 25. I'm pretty sure. When's his
Oh
birthday?
gosh.
When's his fucking birthday?
Yeah, he is 24.
But
Be
yeah,
like
he's
in
24
March.
now.
He's older.
That's crazy.
Like, you know what's even crazier to that point is that PFF says, quote, some see Nitz's age as a negative, but it has made him one of the
Oh,
most
Pick is in
knowledgeable
for the
prospects.
Raiders.
His birthday was
What is it?
February 25th.
We're just waiting
All
to see
right.
what it is. Give it a couple
I'm
seconds.
saying Troy Fatanu. That is all right, chat. Let us know who you think it's gonna be. 13.
Yeah.
With the
now,
13th
Raiders.
pick in the
Fatanu.
2024 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Brock Bowers.
Let's go.
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa. Damn! What is going on in this
Dude.
draft?
Bro. Brock Bowers, that's a good pick by them, man.
It's
Wow.
a good pick, but you got Michael Mayer. Was he a first round pick last year?
Second.
I think
He's a
so.
second round pick this year, but he's still a guy that showed promise. So I guess you're gonna run a lot of 12 personnel, those 2 tight end sets, jumbo sets.
Yeah.
But I think there were better options that they should have gone here, dude. I mean, I get
Do
it.
the
He's a great
Broncos
player, but
do the Raiders have Jimmy G?
No.
no, they released him.
No, he's gone.
For the first 4 games. He's on the Rams now.
Yeah.
Who is that quarterback?
Aiden O'Donnell?
Yeah, Aiden
Aiden
O'Connell or
O'Connell.
something.
Oh, maybe they'll draft the guy later in the draft. Maybe they think that there's
Rattler. Rattler.
Yeah.
not even Rattler. Rattler's probably going to be gone. I'd say, what's his name? Milton.
Michael Pratt.
Joe Milton.
Probably.
Joe Milton.
Joe
That
Milton,
would be
maybe
interesting.
Michael Pratt,
Dude
man.
he has a cannon. He's got a cannon.
But he's not accurate. So they
I
can
don't-
fix his accuracy.
Holy cow.
Yeah,
now
he's
put
a
this into
project
perspective.
QB. So
You got
Coach him
what's
up.
his-
We
got-
got QBs off
Michael
the board in
Mayer.
12 picks. That's insane.
we got Michael Mayer, Bone.
well, think about it. All
Brock
these
Bowers.
teams, all of these teams have had like decent defenses last year.
Yeah.
Their
Yeah.
problem was quarterback.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe the Commanders and the Bears in some situations, but like they all had their problem has always been the offense. Like it's just culminated to this. They've had bad drafts the last few years. Patriots, haven't really had the Patriots went defense last year. I think what did they go the year prior
Christian
to that?
Gonzalez.
2022.
Dude,
What did they do?
don't even bring up 2022. I can't even get that year off my head.
We had
That was the-
Christian Barmore in the second round, I believe, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, he was
Somewhere
on
along.
21, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one.
Then
That's 21.
In
2022,
2022,
they got Cole Strange.
which was
Yeah.
the most laughable pick of all time.
Oh,
You
God,
remember
not
when
that.
We were all on here. We were all on here reacting to that. And we all,
That was
You still
bad.
have the video of that.
That still hurts.
yeah, dude, that
That still hurts. And the Rams guy was laughing at us. The Rams coach was
I still
laughing at
remember
us.
our reaction to the AJ Brown trade.
God, bro.
Patriots
Yeah.
Global was just going, no way.
Yes, man, he was.
I was
That was
so
just
shocked.
insane.
Dude,
There were two receivers traded that year. It was Hollywood Brown and AJ Brown.
yeah.
Yep.
That was crazy. Oh,
Gosh, man. The fact we were just like watching a third round offensive guard going the first round.
Oh, God.
yeah, Cole Strange.
No wonder McVay laughed
Report
at
is
us.
going out that the Saints are on the phones. They're looking to trade. We
Oh,
don't know
wow.
yet.
So, I mean,
Good
yeah.
for them.
Who do you go? You need
You
quarterback.
don't got a quarterback.
Out there can't go wide receiver. Although
Nope.
Brian Thomas, I wouldn't mind for them here, but
Yeah.
Cornerback. But you
they
can
don't
trade
have a lot
down.
of picks. They don't have a lot. Oh, maybe they have more picks than I thought actually, but they
Wow.
could still acquire some earlier picks. 45 to 150 is a massive leap.
So
they might wanna
Drake
try
Maye
it
will be in
faster.
Foxborough at 1 p.m. tomorrow for a celebration at Gillette Stadium.
wow.
Let's go.
Y'all trying to meet up?
No.
If only.
No, I'm good, bro. He
What
can
was his-
celebrate all he needs to, bro. I'm
Hey.
good on that.
Ooh, analysis.
Drake Maye's comparison.
Drake Maye's comparison.
Yeah, who did the scouts compare him to? Not, I don't want to hear.
I saw Justin Herbert and Josh Allen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. It was like this mix.
So that means that the AFC is going to have some gunslingers in that division now.
Dude, yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers, you got Tua, you got
So, all right.
Josh Allen.
What comes up when you look up Drake Maye comparison is Los Angeles quarterback Justin Herbert or Commanders quarterback Sam Howell.
Oh, wow. This is an interesting statistic from Adam Schefter. We have now reached the total amount of quarterbacks that were taken in the first round in 1983.
Wow.
You know, John Elway, Dan Marino.
That's crazy.
The total?
Yeah, we've already hit 6 QBs, which is how many were taken in the first round in 83.
Wow. 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Wow, already that's crazy.
Who would the Saints even trade with here? Who's on the board? Could this be where the Eagles trade up?
Yeah,
it would be dumb.
The Saints would have to trade back.
They're going to pick.
They're going to pick?
They are going to pick.
Oh, wow. They didn't get what they wanted.
Rap sheet.
So either tackle or defense. Could this be our first defensive lineman? Could this be?
It has to be.
Could this be Newton or Murphy? Actually, I have Murphy over Newton, so it should be Murphy or it's probably going to be tackle though. But Murphy is in the discussion. Murphy's the best interior defensive lineman. So if they want to get a guy who's top at his position, go Murphy.
Mm-hmm. Ah, man, how much longer until they hold on to? I mean, stop holding on to Cam. What's his name? Cam Jordan. He's got to be up there in age.
Yeah, he's old too. He's like 33.
33 years old. I mean, I would probably take somebody like maybe Dallas Turner here to maybe like have like a mentor for
he's
him.
Actually 34. My bad. 34.
That's old, man. Crazy. But it would be the most Saints pick to go tackle or offensive line here.
Gerard, I got you. Let me pull up the tackle for you real quick. So that's what you're looking at for tackles currently. Big shout out to Die Hard Pats fan with a $5 donation. Guys, there is also a link in the description right now. Not description, but in the comment section. You guys can click on if you want. There is a sponsor of today's video over at Aura. You guys know those texts that pop up saying that you got a package from UPS, but something happened to it. And you're like, I don't think I ordered something, but let me check. Yeah, that's a bad link. People are trying to scam you. They're trying to steal your information. But if you also get that text message, it actually means that your information is on the dark web right now and that your private information is being utilized without your information. Your credit card information, your name, your phone number, your address, your social security number, all information that could be on the web right now.
Pick is in.
So make sure you guys go ahead, check out Aura, click the link for a 14-day free trial. All right, let's hear the pick.
With the 14th pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Taliese Fuaga.
Wow.
They did go tackle. I got that right.
There you go.
Good job, PG.
There you go, PG. Congrats. You got it right.
I didn't think they were going to go well, I guess Fuaga does make sense, but
yeah.
I was thinking I had him a little bit lower on my personal board, but Fuaga's still a really good player.
Mm-hmm.
Makes a lot of sense.
Never allowed a single sack.
Who is their quarterback this year? It's
Colts.
Carr, right? Carr's still there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they need wide receiver and defensive back. Cooper DeJean would make so much sense for them.
Wow.
Could this be our first defensive player taken off the board?
Yeah. Cooper DeJean. That's it. Finally. Colts need a cornerback.
I think it's either Cooper DeJean or they take their pick between Quinion Mitchell and Terrion Arnold. People go back and forth with who their number one cornerback is between those guys. I think if you want a guy who plays at a higher competition level in college, you go Terrion Arnold. But I think the upside of Mitchell is a little bit stronger. He had a better offseason. But if you want a guy who's going to play a rover role, like he's going to play deep at safety, he's going to play some box safety, slot, outside corner, just a mismatch in the secondary, that guy is Cooper DeJean.
I've been wondering why he's been ranked so high, especially for maybe a smaller school compared to some of these other guys. I don't. So that's definitely interesting that they have him as that right there.
14 consecutive offensive picks.
It's been insane, to say the least.
There's been some interesting picks so far, so we can recap so far. I mean, Caleb Williams goes first, Jaden Daniels goes second, Drake Maye to our New England Patriots at 3, Marvin Harrison Jr. at 4 to the Cardinals. The Chargers go Joe Alt, star left tackle. Malik Neighbors goes to the Giants with Danny Dimes. At 7, the Titans go J.C. Latham. I think that was kind of more of a surprising-ish pick, but the biggest surprise pick so far, I would say, is Michael Penix to the Falcons at 8, Rome Odunze at 9, J.J. McCarthy at 10, Olu Fashanu rather, over at 11 to the Jets with a trade down with the Vikings, and then at 12, Bo Nix, Brock Bowers at 13 to the Raiders, and then Talise Fuaga, the tackle, over to the Saints.
Wow.
How about that?
So who's been your, other than the Patriots, who's been your favorite pick so far in this year's draft?
That's a tough one. I mean, I feel like you have kind of those like obvious ones. Caleb Williams is a great, obviously player and connection there with the Bears. I love Marvin Harrison at 4, but honestly, it might not be the sexiest pick. But honestly, I think my favorite pick outside of the Patriots would probably be Joe Alt at 5. Just makes so much sense. Start with the trenches, star left tackle. And I think a lot of people don't give it credit, but he is going to make your running game look better. He is going to make your passing game look better because you're giving Justin Herbert more time. You're protecting, this franchise quarterback that you have in Justin Herbert and preventing him from getting sped up. So really, really good pick. I know that wide receiver was thrown around at 5, but Joe Alt, like I said earlier, 100% the right pick.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot go wrong with Joe Alt. Excellent.
Yeah. He's the best tackle in this entire draft. If it was not
especially
quarterback,
for the Chargers, that's an excellent fit.
Yes, man. Like, I'm going to say it. Like, if the Patriots didn't have a very set key on, like a quarterback that they wanted, I would urge them to go, Joe Alt. But the more that time went on, I was like, they got to like take quarterback, and so I'm happy with who they took. But still, man, like I love Joe Alt coming out of college. He was, I mean, dude, if there was anybody to take over Trent Brown, it was him. Just 6'8", 322 pounds, and the young buck, man, 21.1. I mean, how could you not love that type of player? It's insane.
Definitely a really good pick.
Got a couple of donations here. We got a $2 donation from Leslie Juan. He says, or they say, I should say, odds of Patriots trading back into the first. So I think that it's definitely possible because Gerard Mayo did say before the draft started at the Patriots draft party that to stick around after the Patriots pick at 3 because there is the potential for them to trade back in. Now, we did get more rumors even after that they were potentially looking at trading for Brandon Ayuk. They were in not contract extension talks rather, but trade talks with the 49ers for Brandon Ayuk. I think that you're not getting both. I think you're getting one or the other. So I think if you want Brandon Ayuk, you don't want the Patriots trading back into the first round because it's going to include the 34th pick. But if you want them to trade back in, then I guess you don't want Brandon Ayuk.
Which, honestly, I would want them to take Brandon Ayuk more than the trade up into the first round. One, because, honestly, I would much rather go ahead and pay the less heftier fine of, I mean, a first-round pick is expensive no matter where you try to trade up into the first round. Yes, it's going to be hefty, cap-wise to go ahead and trade up trade for a player like
There
Brandon
is a
Ayuk.
report going around from The Athletic. The Falcons called Kirk Cousins when they were on the clock to let him know what was going to happen. From what this reporter learned, Cousins did understand that they would consider a QB, but there was no way that his successor would be taken in the first round. He is very stunned.
I would.
I'd be so pissed off. I left Justin Jefferson for this crap. That's what I would be saying.
Exactly, man.
Oh, God. It's going to be a wonderful offseason. I can't wait.
This is going to be fun.
What do you guys think? What do the rest of you guys think about the Patriots training back into the first?
I wouldn't hate it.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate it, but it depends on how much you give up. There's also so many guys there. If you really want to receive it that bad, you can still get Higgins for a lot less.
This is interesting about Drake Maye here. His father played at UNC in the 80s. He was a quarterback. And his brothers played yes, he's the youngest of 4 brothers. 2 of them played basketball with UNC, and the other played baseball with the Florida Gators. And his family is also friends with NFL quarterback Mason Rudolph.
Well, hopefully that has nothing to do with anything.
Hopefully he doesn't get his head ripped off.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like if the Patriots trade back in, then I would want it to be some type of wide receiver. Seeing how the wide receiver board has gone, I don't think there's going to be anybody worth trading back into the first round to get. So I would prefer to probably trade for Brandon Ayuk than
With the 15th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Laiatu Latu.
There you go.
Nice.
Wow. There we go.
Like
There's a
gone cornerback, but all
right. Very good pick. Very good pick.
I mean,
you get your start edge rusher. I'm trying to think about that defensive line, and it's really not all that scary. I think they released somebody this offseason too, so they did need some help along that defensive line. But again, I look at their defensive backs, whether it's safety, whether it's corner. They needed, I think, more help there than they did on the defensive line. But
I mean, they had Kenny Moore still, which he's still a Pro Bowl caliber player, and they brought back Julian Blackman or whatever.
Did Moore get suspended for gambling, or was that somebody else?
Yeah.
Did he?
We finally have defense.
Seriously, first player. Now they're all going to start flying off.
Yeah. Now that's going to start flying off.
Yeah, the Seahawks should probably go defense here with the defensive mind new coach too.
What do you think they go, PG? Defensive tackle, linebacker?
I can see them. I think they'll go either Cooper DeJean, because he's, like I said, he's a versatile piece defensively. I think any defensive-minded coach would like him. Or I could see them going somewhere the defensive line, whether that's edge or whether that is like Byron Murphy or Byron Murphy or Dallas Turner, would make a ton of sense here.
Yeah, that would be be good.
Seahawks are on the clock.
Has anybody done some scouting on Jared Verse?
No.
I know slightly about him. I never really cared to do a whole lot of due diligence because I knew the Patriots weren't going to get him. But still a really good player. I mean, a 21.8 pass win rate, 90.9 true pass rush grade. That's an interesting one. Good against the run, but mainly a pass rusher. Ultimately, I mean, a 6.6 run stopping rate. Good player, but I would still put Dallas Turner ahead of him.
Yeah.
They got Kenny Moore and that kid Julius Brents from Kansas State.
I remember him.
He's a big guy. He's like 6'3". Got a big wingspan too.
The Seattle got a new defensive coordinator, right?
I think Seattle has a new everything.
Yeah.
They got a new head coach. I'll tell you that.
I mean, to make the matters more favorable for Cooper DeJean, they did release what's their names? Jamal Adams and also Quandre Diggs this offseason too. Don't forget that.
Yes, they do need a corner.
Well, not just that, a safety too, because their backfield is depleted right now. I would be hampering the table for Cooper DeJean if I'm the Seahawks at this point.
100%.
Big shout out to MA Football Guy also for the $2 donation. Massively appreciate you and everybody who's donated tonight. Like I said, goes to support the channel in a multitude of different ways. So really appreciate everybody who has donated. We also have, I think we have more actually. Here we go. So we have a $10 from Gerard, my guy, big time supporter of the channel, says, great stream. Thanks, Patriots Global, for focusing on the Pats. Could you excuse me. Sorry, as I try to zoom in on my computer a little bit more. Show the offensive tackle. Yeah, I can do that for you. So let's look at the wide receivers and offensive tackles real quick. Okay, so this is who you're looking at on the board. You got Troy Fautanu out of Washington. He's more of a left tackle, but has some guard versatility. Has some versatility along the offensive line in general. Amarius Mims, who is going to be a little bit more of a right tackle, coming out of Georgia. And then you kind of get into some of your wide receivers, right? You get into your A.D. Mitchells, you get into your Brian Thomases. Maybe a little bit still early for those guys, but with the amount of wide receivers, like those top 3 wide receivers flying off the board as early as they did, I think you're going to see guys like A.D. Mitchell and Brian Thomas, maybe an Xavier LaWorthy or a Ladd McConkey come off the board sooner than they were projected to. I would be surprised if we don't see a receiver come off until like the end of the first round. Like, I think we're going to see a receiver come off the board sooner than that. But kind of scrolling down a little bit more, you kind of get into your day 2 guys, Tyler Guyton, Jordan Morgan. Not really a whole lot left of tackles on the board that I think are true day 1 guys. But like I said, if there was going to be a run on tackles in the first, I think you're going to see guys who are projected day 2 tackles go in the first round. So that's kind of the updated wide receiver and offensive tackle market there for you, Gerard. Thank you again for the donation. We got our friend Diehard Pats fan in the chat with a $10 donation. Says, "Hey PG, I'm sending you money to get the batteries for your smoke alarms because something is chirping. Love you, man, but that sound is annoying. If it ain't alarms, you got to find out what it is." I'm not sure. I don't know what.
Got a report for you when you got a second.
But thank you, Die Hard. Much appreciated. I'm not sure what that sound means, but okay. Nothing in my house making sound right now, that's for sure, other than me. But all right, let's see what you got, Tom.
There is a report going around from Benjamin Albright that the Broncos had Bo Nix as their 3rd quarterback on the board.
That's a hot take.
Wow.
Okay, so at what point did they have him as 3rd?
It was just behind Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels.
Okay, pre-draft. Okay.
Damn. They seen Drake look. Wow. Interesting.
He takes care of the ball well. I'll give him that. You know, he had the best turnover worthy rate in the entire nation, but he's never going to excel in offense past its limitations. I don't think he'll ever crack the top 10 of quarterbacks. I don't even think he'll be a top 12 quarterback, but I guess if you want a guy who's just going to put the ball where it needs to and he's just going to lead an offense and do what you want, then okay. I guess you got your guy.
They kind of had to do it too. I mean, what are you going to roll into the season with just, Jarrett Stidham as your quarterback? Like, heck no for me. I mean, the no-name guy that I can't think of right now, but they had 2 quarterbacks on their roster they had to replace. So, man, what's taking the Seahawks so long right now?
They got plenty of time to choose. They got so many good players still on the board. They just sitting there relaxing.
They are, man. They're just like drinking their hot coffee over there.
I would too at this point. You got so many
I will
players.
say this: in recent years, the Patriots love their North Carolina quarterbacks. Cam Newton, Drake Maye.
Yep.
Got me there.
I mean, Cam Newton played for the Carolina Panthers.
They do. They did. But man, that was a crapshoot for that year, man. Oh my god.
May was originally gonna he committed to Bama. And
he turned down Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, probably good for him on his part because I don't think he would have gotten as known as long term as he did at North Carolina.
Who turned down Nick Saban?
Yeah,
Drake Maye.
Drake
Maye turned down Nick Saban to play at North Carolina.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He
turned out well for him.
July of 2019, he committed to Bama, and then he changed it in March of 2020 to UNC.
Wow.
That was probably in the wake of the COVID pandemic.
The pick is in.
Because
just waiting for the exact pick.
He lives in North Carolina. That's why he was born and raised in Charlotte.
Yeah, he want to go back home. Makes sense.
Yeah, and Chapel Hill, that's northern North Carolina. So, I mean, Charlotte's more south, but he's still in North Carolina instead of going to, Bama.
Yeah.
It's like 2 states away. It makes sense, but That's probably why he changed it, was because of the COVID pandemic. So it could be close to home.
Yeah, I would
Makes
agree
sense.
with that one.
I want to know what Seattle's picking.
Well, it's
I
in.
did
We're
too.
just waiting for it to show up.
Yeah.
Put your pits in the chat as well, everybody.
With pick 16 in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Byron Murphy.
Yep, there it is.
There you go.
They go defense. I knew they were going to go defense. It made too much sense. Byron Murphy, a very good interior defensive lineman. He's going to be the best defensive lineman in this entire class. I know some people have Newton over him. I never agree with that. During the entire process, I had Murphy just a little bit higher. Both are still first-round projections, but I just had
Now-
Murphy a little bit higher than others
What
did.
The
Crazy
Jacksonville
year.
Jaguars are on the clock.
What if we see the next 14 pick be defense?
Wouldn't that be funny?
First half offense, second half defense.
28 picks, 14.
Yeah.
First 14 were offense. First
28 picks and 3 trades. Come on, you know it's not a Patriots thing unless you bring up 28 and 3.
Hey, there we go.
PG, can you look up what tight ends are available?
Yeah, man, I got you. I think Jatavion Sanders is the next best guy. Yeah, I think you now you get into like day 2, day 3, and beyond.
Sanders, yeah, day 2. Yeah.
I don't think that the
need?
Bengals go tackle.
Who they need?
Who?
Who do they need? What's their need?
So, I mean, the Jags are up next. The Jags need guard, edge, and defensive back.
Guard.
I don't really know how much they need edge, though.
I don't need.
Yeah, I don't think they need that much edge. Probably
do need
defensive back is their pick.
Yeah,
Defensive back is probably their pick.
Cooper DeJean, Quinion Mitchell, or Terrion Arnold here should
Yeah.
be the pick.
Mm-hmm.
What pick are we
Who
looking
fits
at?
more with their system?
17.
17. What if they go receiver? They lost Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, that's another option they could
That's
go.
a good
I
option,
wonder-
yeah.
They could go
Donnie.
maybe Mitchell or Brian Thomas. So that would make a lot of sense. I wonder if they view, like, are those guys worth the 17 overall pick? I would go with Brian Thomas here if I were them.
I mean,
6'4", 205.
Yeah.
The Falcons viewed Michael Penix as a top 10 pick.
Yeah, got me on that one.
I don't think that this draft is going to be like who's the best player like take the best player available. I think it's going to be like who do we need?
Yeah.
I think the team needs more than
Like,
overall
who-
best player.
Like there's enough talent in this draft. This is probably one of the most talented drafts we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And it's going to be like there's going to be guys later in the draft that are maybe
Mhm.
not as talented, but probably project guys too. Like this is the ass end of the COVID thing. Like you're not going to see a lot of 25-year-old guys in the draft anymore. This is the end of the COVID kind of thing where you had guys not really in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but there's a lot of talent here. There's
Yeah.
like you said, like with Marvin Harrison and Malik Neighbors, if they weren't in there, Romo Dudes, they would probably be the consensus number one overall guy. And that's probably the same with like a lot of these players on the board.
We have a trade.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Hold on.
Whoa.
I just got to tweet it out real quick.
Interesting. I wonder who are they
No,
going
it's
They
to
not
traded
Twitter
with the
anymore.
Vikings.
X.
Oh,
the
the Vikings.
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 Cooper
What?
DeJean. Cooper DeJean.
What's the terms of it, Tom?
I'm going to get it for you in just 1 second.
Vikings.
They're trading the 11th pick to the Vikings in exchange for pick 23, 167, a 2025 third round pick, and a 2025 fourth round pick.
Wow.
The 11th pick. Did you get that already? 17.
What was that again?
It's going to be pick 11 to the
Uh-huh.
Vikings. I mean,
Uh-huh.
pick 17. I'm sorry. Pick 17
Uh-huh.
to the Vikings
For 23.
for 23, 167, a 2025 third round pick, and a 2025 fourth round pick.
Okay.
Sheesh.
These
The
Vikings are getting
dealing and dealing, man.
deals.
Let me tell you.
Oh my God. Vikings are not playing around.
no, they ain't. Dang.
This has to be
So,
a defensive back, right?
And the pick is in.
wow, that was
That was quick.
fast.
Whew.
Maybe Terrion Arnold here? I'm just saying.
Their offensive line looking like.
Could be. Maybe Fautanu.
Imagine they go like Jack Powers Johnson at 17.
Yeah.
yeah. I take the center at 17. Yeah. So that's crazy. They traded up twice in the first round. Gosh, man.
Very interesting.
Wow. And like we were talking about the Eagles like potentially doing more trades or trading soon. I don't know, man. Those might have been smoke screens. I think the Vikings were the team that they were talking about. I'm not gonna lie, man.
22. Yeah, I don't really see what they would trade up for.
I don't either.
You got the terms right, PG.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, we get those.
PG, can you see what's on the board as in picks, like all of them together, like top? I'm trying to figure out what would they even choose at this point.
Got Cooper Jean, Quinion Mitchell.
Yeah, I could probably see.
With the 17th pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Dallas Turner.
Oh, actually, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, that does make a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense.
There you go.
Updated this. They didn't put edge on there.
The Cincinnati Bengals are on the clock.
Wow.
Dallas Turner, huh?
Wow.
Like I said, I did think that Dallas Turner was better than Jared Verse. I just thought that Dallas Turner could go before Leatu Latu, and he didn't.
I think Newton could go right here, probably.
Hey, you know what? I would not doubt that, Neil, because they lost a DJ Reader this offseason. He was a great player.
One of the best at defending the run, too.
Yeah, man.
Major piece.
So they lost.
Can you see how Newton is against the run?
Oh, yeah. He's 77 versus the run, 84 versus the pass this year.
Wow.
He's a good pass rusher too, like especially in the interior. This was a guy that if he went to the NFL draft last year, probably would have been the best interior defensive lineman.
He did good for pass rush, like really good.
Yeah,
shocking.
Yeah, 8 sacks this past season, 28 hurries.
Yeah, man, that's good.
Yeah,
this would be a good pick for them.
Especially when they're trying to compete against teams like the Chiefs. One of the best ways to get on a quarterback is not necessarily pressure off the edge, but it's also pressure in the interior because in the A gap, because then a quarterback can't step up into the pocket. Having an actual defensive tackle that can pass rush is very, very valuable, as we've seen with Christian Barmore. So Newton would make a ton of sense. I'm trying to think. Let's say they don't go there. Where else could they go? What if they go wide receiver just because they're like, you know what, T. Higgins is about to be gone. If they did go wide receiver here, that's how you know T. Higgins is getting traded.
Yeah, at that point, he's definitely getting traded.
Well, they also don't have Tyler Boyd anymore.
That's true.
That is true. Yeah.
Honestly, you should just re-sign him if you trade T. Higgins because he's still a free agent.
Yeah, definitely.
And how is he a free agent still? That's crazy to me.
I think a lot of teams wait to the draft to see what they can get versus what can't they get. Honestly, within the next couple of weeks, you're going to see a lot of players fly off the board in terms of who's still left in free agency.
Don't pick a receiver. Just go get Tyler Boyd.
Yeah, exactly.
Or trade T. Higgins after the draft.
This has been an insane draft. Turner went to freaking Vikings. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
You know, maybe if the Vikings didn't trade up against, ahead of the Bengals here, I could have seen the Bengals maybe going Dallas Turner, maybe.
Yeah, the Vikings never miss with defensive guys.
They don't, man.
They don't miss. It's like the Green Bay Packers with quarterback. They don't miss a quarterback.
That is
going back to when they won the first 2 Super Bowls with Stark. Like they don't miss. That's scary. This guy's gonna be scary with Minnesota. It's gonna be beautiful to see this guy play. I wonder how
Yeah.
many sacks this guy's gonna get.
I mean,
I
guy
wouldn't,
had a,
I wouldn't be too high on them on any pass rusher to begin the season or to start.
Yeah.
With the 18th
Three-
pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select Amarius Mims.
oh
Whoa. There
tackle.
you go. You got your tackle.
Interesting.
So
I
I
was thinking about tackle,
Right.
but that doesn't make sense.
Oh.
They have their starting tackles this season, right? They have Trent
They
Brown
don't
and
trust.
they have
Trent Brown
Orlando.
insurance?
Brown. They have
That's
Orlando
exactly it.
Brown and Trent Brown.
Can Mims play right?
he can. He's actually a pure right tackle.
Yeah, he's only a right tackle.
He's only a right 10. That's what they got him for.
There you go. Orlando
Yeah, Trent Brown
insurance.
getting injured or just not playing well. That's their backup plan.
I think protecting Joe Burrow is the most important thing, but you have two massive guys on both sides starting for you. And I know there's some injury concerns there, but they're both signed under contract. If you're concerned about injuries, then don't get that guy in the first. Get that guy later. It's a good pick. It's just a little questionable.
Well, they're pretty solid all around. I mean, like the only maybe they're planning on trading what's his name T Higgins to any one of the later AFC late AFC not AFC but late picks in the draft
Maybe.
for a second for that late round pick. Get T Higgins and then go draft a receiver.
Yeah, maybe get a guy who is like a projected second and just take him back into the first.
Yeah.
Which honestly, at this point, here's also a pretty interesting question. Would you rather have Brandon Ayuk or what's his name that we just talked about?
T Higgins.
Yeah, T Higgins. I don't know, man. Like we've been talking about both of them this offseason quite a bit.
PG, can you check out D Lyman real quick?
Yes, sir. Let's see.
I'd be
One of these guys could be the Rams pick. They need to take care of that, right? Because they lost a big piece.
They did, man.
I'd be skeptical
Biggest piece.
about what's his name about T Higgins because he's been playing behind Jamar Chase, and Jamar Chase has always been the number one, whereas Brandon Ayuk isn't necessarily the number two.
I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but just look back to when in 2020, even when Higgins was a rookie, he had what 800 yards receiving. I mean, he was probably their number one target when Joe Burrow was in his rookie year. So, I mean, he's been consistent every year. He's done nothing but score touchdowns. And if you want a guy who's going to be guaranteed, toe tap, sideline at receiver, who's going to score you touchdowns, I would go T Higgins. But if you're going to want a guy who's very down the field, intermediate, short passing, and separation type of guy, then go Brandon Ayuk. I mean, those two guys are both really good options at this point for you.
What's his name? Tyler Boyd was actually the number one receiver for the 2019 Bengals.
Well, we're talking about the 2020 season here because that's when.
Okay, well, we'll look at 2020.
Yeah, because that's when Higgins was first drafted in the league.
What do you think here, PG? I think defensive tackle will be the choice to take care of Aaron Donald's spot.
Honestly, I would say cornerback. I think defensive line is obviously important. Mm-hmm. They could go there if they just think that placing Darnold is priority one. But I think a major issue they face in the playoffs was against the pass. So I feel like going corner probably. And no cornerback's been taken, so you could get the best guy on the board.
You could get Gene, yeah.
Probably. Yeah, it's definitely between Terrion Arnold and Quinn.
So
Quinn
in 2020, it looks like Tyler Boyd finished with 841 and T Higgins finished with 903. So you're talking about a difference of maybe 60 yards. Higgins, what's his name? How many games did Higgins play? Because Boyd played one less game in 2020. How many games did T. Higgins play in 2020? Let's see.
Probably.
So, T. Higgins played the same amount. So you're talking about the 67 receptions. So Higgins was probably a little bit better. You also had AJ Green on the field in 2020. But I'd say those two are pretty much around the same caliber in terms of receiver back in 2020.
Interesting. So, I mean, honestly, if they're both consistent, then I mean, Higgins is a little bit younger and a guy who can grow more, and he's been viewed as the number 2 guy at least for the Bengals the last 2 years. And honestly, this would be his time to shine and see if teams would be willing to pick up that chance on him to be the number 1 guy, so he can prove himself and be like, hey.
Is if it's Brandon Ayuk or T. Higgins, I mean, I'm gonna probably take Brandon Ayuk.
Honestly, yeah.
Let's see. Let's get his statistics here.
Hindsight and
Fact that they took Mims.
Expect Ayuk is only 20 sets. Yep. They're both pretty up there, honestly, if I'm being honest with you. Mike Jones says, will anybody trade for T. Higgins? I mean, if a needy, wide receiver team sees him, I could see it.
They can still wait. They'll probably wait till the second or third day, man. It's just dragging out. They're gonna try to lower the value as much as they can, especially when the game is in their hands at this point. The leverage is with them.
Yeah.
Higgins wants out, so that means the teams who could get him could offer less.
Higgins versus Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk wins out in all the categories.
Yeah, Ayuk is a beast. I would love to take Ayuk.
Yeah.
So S27 says, will I be live for the draft on Saturday? So Saturday will not be live for the draft. That's rounds 4 to 7. That usually lasts quite a long time, as you could probably imagine. So I won't be live for that one. But because I won't be live on Saturday, I'll be immediately dropping my analysis on the guys that the Patriots do draft. As soon as the selections are made, I'll be in the studio making videos on them. Compared to like day one, right? Patriots made their pick at 3. It's been a few hours. Still haven't made the video because we're obviously still live. But we will be live tomorrow on Bleacher Report. So it will be me and the entire AFC East Roundtable. You got Dan representing the Bills, Richie with the Jets, and TD Finns Talk representing the Miami Dolphins. So like I said, in both the Discord chat and on the community tab here on YouTube, I'll post that link tomorrow so that you guys can join us over on Bleacher Report if you want any coverage for rounds 2 to 3.
Big human. Jesus.
So, Gerard Edward, can you explain a little bit more about like our QB is going to have a tough time against Miami? Because I can see where you're trying to go with that one, but if you can explain a little bit more, I would love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, Gerard, what do you... So our quarterback's going to have a tough time against the Miami defense. Honestly, I'm more worried about the Jets defense than I would be Miami. Miami suffered a lot of losses this offseason, especially on the defensive line. They obviously got rid of Xavier Howard. I think that they significantly got worse. I wouldn't be so worried about them. Same thing kind of happened with the Bills. The team that I would worry more so about the AFC East in terms of defense would definitely be the Jets.
Yeah. And a lot of pass rushers left there too. I mean, they tried to cut ties with a lot of them because of cap reasons.
Well, the Pats also solidified the offensive line.
Who did?
The Patriots. They solidified their offensive line. I don't know. I don't think this.
I wouldn't say they solidified.
It's only a left tackle.
I was going to say because
maybe dip at tackle. Get another guy who could go both sides.
Yeah, I mean,
what's his name is going to be playing left tackle.
they have Chuksa Okorafor, who played left tackle in college, but since transitioning to the NFL over the last 6 years, he played right tackle. So I think you're kind of playing with fire a little bit, trying to say he'll transition back to the left side. But he's also signed to a 1-year deal.
Michael Onwenu was going to play left tackle.
No, he's not.
They established
No way.
Tackle.
He struggled on the left side of the line.
No way,
He's
man.
not playing left tackle.
The guy that you have playing left tackle right now is Tyrone Wheatley. That's it. Like that's all you have playing at left tackle at this point because they still have him from last year when they traded with the Browns. So, I mean, do you trust him, Tyrone Wheatley?
Elliot Wolf already said they're going to try him as a right tackle. I don't think that means even necessarily he's going to start at right tackle, but I think to start
with the 19th pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the LA Rams select Jared Verse.
Oh, well, they go edge.
Really?
Edge. See?
Wow.
Damn. Straight edge.
They didn't even go. They didn't even try to. They didn't try to find that replacement for Donald on the interior. They said, "Let's go."
No, not even that. No, not even that or a corner. They just went straight edge.
They could use some edge help. They could use some edge help for sure, but not what I thought they were going to do. I think corner is a bigger need than edge for them.
All right, well, right now for ESPN's depth chart, they have Okorafor at left tackle. Then behind him is Connor McDermott, Vidarian Lowe, and then Tyrone Wheatley.
Yeah,
What's
then
Vidarian Lowe doing on the roster still? What the heck?
Vidarian Lowe, they'll still try Vidarian Lowe. Vidarian Lowe looked better at left tackle than right tackle.
Yeah, he
young.
did.
He's young.
He has the ability to still develop, but Vidarian Lowe is someone you want to play as a left tackle, and probably not a right tackle.
Oh my God, he's
Well, that's what I'm saying. Behind it, that left tackle, that's who they have.
Regardless, he's a turnstile. But
Yeah, I mean, he's not someone that there's nobody on this roster at left tackle that you should confidently say, you know what, that's my left tackle.
Yeah. Yes, we need one in this draft ASAP.
So then that begs a big question: is like, what did they do on day 2? Like, did they value receiver higher than tackle? Because I don't know,
right
man.
now we have
From
the
what I
Pittsburgh
understand,
Steelers on the clock.
From what I understand, they're looking at wide receiver in the second round, but again, it just depends on how the board falls. They might be kind of forced to go with a tackle.
I would
in the
guess
second.
so.
At that point, you could trade down a little bit and still get your guy at tackle.
I really like Kingsley Suamatia.
Yeah, Kingsley would be dope.
Kingsley Suamatia, a guy who plays right side, who plays left side, has that versatility to play on both sides depending on what exactly you're looking for. So, and again, there's a lot of bodies right now at both right tackle and left tackle. If somebody surprises you, again, you drafted Kingsley Suamatia in the second, at least you'll have the ability for him to hit somewhere amongst the offensive line.
Yep.
But again, he could, with how the board's falling at tackle, he could always go back end of the first. A guy who has that versatility, that's extremely valuable. All right, what could the Steelers do? They went cornerback last year. But Quinion Mitchell, dude, and Terrion Arnold, both still on the board.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You still got those corners on the board. What do they? That's what I'm curious about. Hold on.
They're definitely not going tackle because they drafted what's his name? Not Matai Batson. The guy out of Georgia last year who we screwed over the chest.
Receiver or cornerback at this point, then you get Quinion Mitchell, or you get a receiver.
That's what I'm thinking.
Don, Mike. Oh wow, you still got Brian and Adani.
I mean, this would be the range for some receivers to go off here.
I think receiver. What if the Jags traded down because they didn't want to go and push receiver early? So they traded down, got some draft capital this year and for the future. And at 23, you're in the range of getting an A.D. Mitchell, Brian Thomas, Ladd McConkey. Maybe that's what the Jags are looking to do at 23. I think they could be targeting cornerback or wide receiver there. That would make a lot of sense. I don't know why wide receiver is the first need for the Eagles.
I don't know either. I would hear like linebacker.
Who else could go wide receiver?
The
Cardinals,
Bills,
the Bills,
the Chiefs.
the Chiefs.
the 49ers, if they would trade, Brandon Ayuk or Deebo Samuel.
Chiefs probably gonna go leg it.
And also, I would not be shocked if the Ravens maybe also try a receiver here too. Although, despite drafting Zay Flowers last year, they could use some help. Probably also, I would watch out for the Cowboys to maybe draft some more receivers, but they have so many other needs that I can't even say that's their first overall pick.
All right, chat. Who do you think the Pittsburgh Steelers at 20 are gonna go? Because they drafted corner in the first
They'll
last
go and get you
year.
a new smoke detector. That's what they'll do.
That's definitely not me. I can promise you that's not me.
Certainly not
Someone else
me.
is silent
Not
right
me.
now.
Not me.
Silent. But they went cornerback last year, so I don't think they're gonna go with corner.
Well.
Wide receiver.
They went tackle last year.
Yep.
Or yeah, they went cornerback in the second, excuse me. Last year. That's where they got
The Pittsburgh Steelers have made their selection. The Dolphins are on the clock.
Cool.
We don't know who the Steelers selected, but it should come in momentarily.
I'm thinking wide receiver, man. They need some they traded what's his face this offseason.
Kenny Pickett?
No. I think they traded was it Deontay Johnson that they traded?
Yeah.
So they could use receiver help. They needed receiver help last year as it was. But
They
Russell
did.
Wilson's going to need to throw the ball to someone. I don't know. A.D. Mitchell, Brian Thomas, both of those guys are looking nice.
Probably like Brian, maybe.
I would say so too, honestly.
With
That's
the
a good-
20th pick in the 24 NFL draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Troy Fautanu.
Troy.
Whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
Okay.
They go tackle again.
Wow.
They're
I don't
very
blame
big
them.
in the trenches. They're very big in the trenches, but I'm surprised that this is where they're wasn't Broderick Jones. Broderick Jones was a left tackle, but he played at right tackle for them last year. So left tackle is the bigger need.
Miami is up. Oh my God, Miami is up.
Dude, all of these tackles.
They're flying off. Wow.
Who else could go tackle?
Damn, man, I'm at round 2's tomorrow.
The Cowboys could go tackle.
Mhm.
It's actually
Maybe
round
they do.
2 and round 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Graham Barton could be going here to the Cowboys.
Ow.
He's the Nets' highest rated tackle according to PFF.
Take PFF with a grain of salt.
You know me there.
How is Kool-Aid not off yet either?
Kool-Aid
Yeah.
was my cornerback one at one.
McKenzie.
Watch him go to the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, right?
True.
Eagles
He's
have to
sitting
go.
right there for him.
The Eagles have to go cornerback, dude.
I
And
think
they
you're
have the
gonna
best
have
corner on
two
the board.
And he's
Cornerbacks
falling
right
right to them.
Miami's gonna take a quarterback, and then the Eagles finna take a cornerback.
Yeah.
Miami does need help at corner. Miami also needs help on the defensive line.
Which maybe Jazon Newton could be going here to the
Yeah, that's a
Dolphins.
Hell,
possibility.
Miami also needs a quarterback.
Well,
Not throw the
You
ball.
got me there.
Yeah.
Steelers really building on the trenches this time. I guess from the Roethlisberger. Huh? I guess they learned from the Roethlisberger era where he took one too many hits. They're like, yeah, we got to protect this quarterback now. We can't keep doing this.
maybe the Colts should try that.
That's true.
Maybe
That
they
is true.
should. Maybe they
They
should.
did it with Peyton Manning. They did it with Andrew Luck.
Oh,
now-
God.
And now their new quarterback, Anthony Richardson, bro.
Yeah, he got hurt.
They keep doing these mistakes. That's why Luck got sick and tired of it. couldn't keep going.
So
All you gotta do is take care of him.
So Gerard, they actually got rid of this offseason. They got rid of Christian Wilkins. Well, they didn't get rid of him, but he just signed somewhere else. He signed with the Raiders. Jalen Ramsey for sure is scary as a corner. He's still very good. He's inconsistent at times, but he's still a good cornerback in the league for sure. Can't doubt that. Picked off Mac Jones last year, but I guess a lot of defenders did that. I guess a lot of defenders did
It
that.
doesn't take a lot to pick off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
it does.
Xavier Howard was released. I'm not even sure who their cornerback 2 currently is.
I don't know either. Like, I know they have.
I think
The
they
guy that
drafted a guy in 22, 23,
You might be right. Let me see here.
if I remember correctly.
Dolphins depth chart. Let's see. So currently on defense, Cam Smith, they picked in the 3rd round, I think, last year. And then they have Cater Coho, and then Nika Needham as the other guys, other than Cam Smith and Jalen Ramsey. So they need corner. I would probably actually go Quinyon Mitchell or Terrion Arnold here.
I feel like a lot of teams right now in today's league, because I feel like it goes off and on defensively with, hey, we're going to have a great secondary. We're going to have a great defensive line. I think where the league right now is more switched towards having elite defensive lines, with very few teams having a very good defensive line and secondary. So it wouldn't surprise me if they went defensive line. But I mean, like you said, too, corner is definitely a need for them. I'm just not sure if they have a body behind Christian Wilkins.
Take that, Newton.
So, I mean, to your point, I mean, they have so far on their depth chart, they have a Zaka Slayer and Deshaun Hand as they're reported only 2 defensive tackles in the interior of their defensive lines, and linebacker is kind of looking pretty weak for them too. Like, they have David Long, Duke Riley, and Channing Tindall, and also Cameron Goode. So they need some help on that defensive front, like bad. But in terms of like value here, man, either Jazon Newton or a cornerback has to be my pick for the Dolphins here.
All right, chat. What do we think? What do we think with the in-division rivals? I hope it's a bad pick so I control TD.
Yo, TD be so mad. I love his reaction.
Wouldn't you love that?
He's a man.
He does go off pretty hard though. I'm not gonna lie, BG. Like when you and him are like arguing, he's like, hey, come on, man.
Yeah, that's TD for you.
You should just like go on there and be like, hey, we got our QB. We're going to throw bombs on you now, and that's your.
I'll make sure to let him know tomorrow. I got it. No.
Sorry, TD. We're just having fun with you.
That guy Lowski is insane. Yeah, Lowski go crazy, dude. Lowski go crazy. Let's see. Ashton says they're gonna go cornerback or defensive tackle.
Yeah, they have to.
Yep.
They got
Wouldn't
to.
surprise me.
I think they'll pick somebody great, man. They'll be fine. They built enough in the Fins. They got to figure something out. Tua's just not the guy.
Something to keep in mind: the Texans have been manning the phones, trying to get into the first round. Something to keep in mind.
Ooh,
I forgot
the
they didn't have a
Texans?
first round pick.
Who would they want?
They don't have a first round pick. And the pick is in from the Dolphins. The Eagles are on the clock. We are waiting to hear what the Dolphins will do.
Okay.
Wow. They got to go defense here. Their offense is loaded. So put it in the chat. Who do you think is going to go here to the Dolphins?
You should know very shortly.
We forgot about all about the Texans. Yeah, we did. Mitchell, okay.
Well, they had
See
to
ya,
give
Brett.
something up to get Will Anderson.
Which, hey, that's a good investment, man. That's
Yeah.
a good investment.
It paid off.
Back in.
Pit time. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
With the 21st pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Chop Robinson.
Chop Robinson. What?
That threw me off.
Wow.
So they went
Okay.
edge.
Jeez.
Wow. Okay.
Dang.
So this
All
is
the
the
way up.
guy.
Good
This is
pick.
the guy that'll
That's-
be rushing our quarterback next year.
He's gonna be something.
A pure pass rusher, good against the run, but not, not elite. I would say, he can do it, but it's not his bread and butter. That's going to be getting to the quarterback. 20.9 pass rush win rate this past year. Pass rush grade of a 93.1. That is absolutely absurd. He's had back-to-back years now where he had a 90 overall grade, but he didn't really put up the numbers. Really didn't put up numbers. I mean, he puts pressure on the quarterback. 18 pressures this year, 30 for the year prior, but 3 sacks this year, 5 sacks the year before. So maybe this is more like a Keon White role, right? Like Keon White is very good at collapsing the pocket. He's very good at putting pressure on the quarterback, but he never finishes through with sacks. There's a very big difference. But at the end of the day, I don't know. I feel like Chop Robinson is more of like a pass rush 2. Like that complimentary piece. He's like your Josh Uche. I don't feel like he's that number 1 guy. He's not your Matthew Judon, but they do have Bradley Chubb. So Bradley Chubb is injured right now. He won't be there to start the year, but he'll be back at some point for the 2024 season. Interesting move.
Very
Very interesting.
throws people off sometimes.
These corners are just not getting a lot of love right now. I'm surprised.
Watch
What do
one
you
go
do if
right
you're the
here to
Patriots?
Eagles.
If you're the
Yeah,
Patriots at 34,
right here. When
you
y'all
could
miss
get, like, a number 1 corner. Yeah, like you could
Oh,
get like
that's a one
Arion
deal.
Arnold,
Well,
bro.
how lucky can you get? All your guys are signed, and now you get this. The best cornerback to sit right in your lap without moving. I gotta give it to the Eagles, man. They love it.
The Eagles just keep getting away with this.
Yeah.
They really do. They really do.
They're smart, bro. They know what they're doing.
They can't keep getting away
Just
from
watch
this.
them trade back and still get their players that they
They
want.
can still get their guy. Yeah, they could trade back, still get their guy.
I would do that if I'm them. I mean,
Yeah,
got
they
a
could
load
trade
of-
back and still get a good corner.
Yeah.
But man, like Terry and Arnold could still be here for the next couple of pits. I don't see how what should we call it? I mean, the Cowboys and Jazz do need some help in the secondary. So I mean, hey, this would be the range for these players to go. I'm still like, holy cow! Whoever's going to get a cornerback is going to get a steal, bro. Like they're going to get an A+.
S27 though, S27 makes a really good point. The Eagles always have believed in the trenches, whether that was defensive line or whether that was offensive line, and they did just lose their center. So I wonder if they try to replenish that and go Jackson Powers Johnson. I would personally go corner. I think that you can get a guy in the 2nd round.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't surprise me if they decided to go JPJ here.
I wouldn't either because he's pretty good. Like he hasn't allowed a single sack throughout his entire career, and has always had at least a 70 rating. And he's had back-to-back years with 84.1 or better a year. So I would say that's definitely it. Or if he doesn't work out as center, he could go ahead and be a future guard for them too. Because what's to also keep in mind, they took a Cam Jurgens, I think, in 2021. So they could be, looking at center and saying that, hey, Cam, you're our next guy up. Although if they see him more as a guard, then I guess they could take Jackson Powers Johnson here.
Yeah, that would really make a lot of sense. I mean, I don't know. I think Jackson Powers Johnson will immediately come in, be a top 10 center with the ability to turn into easily a top 3 guy within the next couple of years. I don't know, dude. They've always played in the trenches, but what bit them in the butt last year was not having a secondary.
That's true.
Yeah.
And having Matt Patricia.
Yeah, you also got that one. You got that one. I'll give it to you.
Somebody
Right.
who wants his chops too much, man. I mean,
We
I mean,
warned you, Eagles fans.
they had all types of defensive problems though last year. Like it's from the start
That was
of the
such a shocking move, especially by the Eagles to take on Patricia. They should know better, but
they
they
should.
went.
Did you not see the Super Bowl against you?
Apparently not, bro. Apparently that wiped out their memory, even though they beat us. Somehow they overlooked that.
Bro, that game was BS.
That was some
Super
serious.
BS, man. Which one are we talking about?
Super Bowl
Super Bowl 52.
52.
Yes, bro. Oh my gosh. You know what, Eagles fans?
I'll quote a video I saw from a Pats fan.
Brady broke records and Belichick just wanted to hold Butler back.
Going up and down the field, making Nick Foles look like Dan Marino.
He
Yep.
did, man. He did.
That has got chewed up like nothing. Even though Brady broke records throwing over 500 yards and God knows how many touchdowns, man was near perfect.
And benched Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl, bro. Like, come on, man. Oh my gosh.
Supposedly we'll find out in the book.
That is true. That is true. Although there was reports in 2021 on Undisputed when Skip and Shannon were still together that they read a comment in a book that somebody had some rumors that it was all because somebody said a weird word to each other. I mean, still, bro, like how do you? It's football, man.
I think it was something about him saying something to Patricia or something and rubbed Belichick the wrong way, and then he's like, nah.
yeah.
So I was like, really, bro? If that's what it is, really, bro, I don't care. At this point, bro, I don't care what it is. You handle that after that Super Bowl. You need that man. That's your best corner. You don't just do that. You can handle disciplinary stuff after that, but you need a ring right now.
Exactly, and we could be talking about 3 rings instead of in a row instead of 3 years.
It's a lesson learned. It's a lesson learned.
I mean, Ashton Luck, you do make a good point, but let me tell you, man, he did cost us 3 Super Bowls. One when in the 2007 season when they were facing the Giants in the first time, and they had the Eli Manning drive to go for I don't know something yards, 76. I mean, it's same for that other Giants, bro. Like, come on, man. How do you let Eli freaking Manning go ahead and drive down the field 2 times, man, against you to beat you? Oh, come on, man.
Let's see what Eagles choose.
What will the Eagles do here?
So,
Yeah.
Hindsight makes a good point, too.
What did he say?
He said, dude, if the Eagles take Brian Thomas here.
Yeah, that'd be impossible to stop. I don't know how you stop that for sure. That is insane to be loaded that much on offense. That's scary. I don't want to face ya.
GR makes a good point too. Arnold will make a good pick
The
here
Eagles
too.
have made their pick. We should find out what that is very shortly.
Shortly indeed.
Yo, these teams in the back end of the first really be taking that 10 minutes.
Yeah, they do.
Come on.
Yeah, we did Dwight. We sure did. We did win those Super Bowls against the Rams, which honestly we probably taught them a lesson in disguise 2 times.
That was beautiful.
Dude, watching that defense, man, was like seeing 1982 Steelers go ahead and be coming up and sacking the quarterback versus the Rams, bro.
I'm not that old, but
With the 22nd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Quinion Mitchell.
There you go.
There we go.
There we go. Makes too much sense. Now watch them trade back into the first and get Jackson Powers Johnson.
There we go.
Yo,
He's not gonna
dude.
be there by their 50.
No.
No, he won't.
Damn. That's it.
Quinion
What a
Mitchell.
beautiful pick.
Yeah, really good against man, really good against zone.
Philadelphia loves those sexy picks.
Yes,
An
they
all-around
do.
Yeah, they do.
best corner on the board.
Yeah, he is, man.
Is Cooper DeJean about to be a
They-
second round pick?
Philly just sat there and landed on their nest. They're like,
All
yo,
right, so
that's
now
it.
Now we got 23, which is the
Jaguars.
Jags, who
What
have
do
a
they
need at guard, edge, and defensive back. They don't have a need at edge, so that doesn't make sense. Defensive back, yes, both at corner and at safety.
Yeah.
So could they go Terrion Arnold? Cooper DeJean will make a lot of sense here because again, he can play all those roles that they need in the secondary.
Yeah.
But you want a pure polished guy who's gonna just be very good at one position in the secondary. You go corner and you go Terrion Arnold.
Yes, sir.
But they could also go wide receiver. We've talked about that. We talked about they can go wide receiver. We haven't seen a wide receiver off the board in a minute. Brian Thomas, A.D. Mitchell, both guys that would make sense here.
And who do they have in the interior of the D line?
That's a good point too.
That is a good point.
Because I know some of the times that bit them in the butt has been the interior pressure. Like the secondary too has been a big problem for them in years past, but still, like, some of the things that they had troubles with last year was interior pressure and stopping the run. So do they spice up the D line before going secondary? Jets depth chart.
Jaguars.
Let me see.
It's very beautiful draft.
Oh, come on. That's lame.
They could also go Nate Wiggins, who's been pretty underrated. He's been climbing up draft charts this season.
I would, if you want to go ahead and continue the Clemson, legacy to the Jags, definitely. I would agree with that. But all they have, okay, so they did get Eric Armstead at edge. You don't need that there. You just signed Josh Allen to an extension worth a lot of money. They do probably need some like pure edge defenders, like on the defensive end position, not just linebacker. So maybe they look at D line, and plus they only have Devon Hamilton as their nose tackle. So maybe they do look an interior because they got a lot of secondary pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dwight asks, is there any chance the Patriots could trade back into the first? So like we have talked about a little bit, I see MA Football also touching upon a little bit. Mayo did say before the draft started at the Patriots watch party in Boston at Gillette that Patriots fans should stick around because something might happen. Now, again, that doesn't mean it will. I think that depends on how the board falls. If there's a guy they like, I think they would be willing to trade back into the first round. I think if they do, we're talking back end. I'm not saying like they're going to trade up to 24 or 23. I'm thinking they trade up within like these last three picks. I think would make a lot of sense. Maybe last.
You don't need to give up much. You don't need to give up much.
They don't want to give up. They don't want to give a lot. The Patriots believe, both Elliott Wolf and Gerard Mayo, they both believe and both have said this, the best way to hit on the draft is to have more opportunities at the draft. The more draft picks you have, the more opportunities you have to draft guys and ultimately get a star player. So I don't think they're going to want to give up the haul to trade back in. But if there's a guy they like, maybe they ship off 34 and a third round pick, or they ship off 34 and a 2025 pick in order to do so. So that is definitely something I would watch. Like I said, though, 34 is more than likely going to have to be involved if you do trade back into the first round. So if that's the case, I would say they probably aren't getting Brandon Ayuk or T. Higgins if that does happen.
No.
Yeah.
Unless if it's maybe a trade with the 49ers here. That's the only way to see it.
I think PG, if like the other two receivers go, Donnie and Thomas, right? I think they're looking to go get Leggett and jump in and hop over Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina does scare me a little. I don't know. If I'm Carolina, I'm not even going Xavier Leggett. Like the thing with Leggett is he's a good player, but he didn't pop on the scene at the collegiate level until this
Pick
past
is
year.
in for the Jaguars. Waiting to
Do we
see
have the
what
pick?
it is. It's
Let's
in. We
go.
just don't know. It should be in just a few seconds.
Let's go. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they would go Leggett because Leggett could be a first-round pick. Leggett could be a third-round pick because, again, had one good year at college. Other than that, his best season came in 2020 where he put up a little over 100 yards. And then this past year put up like 1,200. So I think there's questions on what is he going to be in the NFL.
With the 23rd pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Brian Thomas Jr.
There it is.
Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Oh, my boy Dan Mitchell is crying in the chat right now.
He's mad.
He has got to be bad, man.
Hey, Adani's still there. I don't know. Adani, they can still get Adani. They still got a shot at a clear shot. Look, I don't think Dallas is going to get a receiver. Green Bay is going to get a tackle. I don't think Bucks are going to get a receiver. They need a lot more pressing matters than a freaking receiver. They got their receiver. So Buffalo Bills could legitly sit there and get their Donnie Mitchell, and they could walk out happy.
The Dallas Cowboys are on the clock.
So, man, I don't know what the Cowboys should do here. I've heard so many rumors over this year. Like, dude, do they might have if they're not going to want to pay CeeDee Lamb all this money along with Dak Prescott and what's his name Micah Parsons. I mean, they did pick up his fifth-year option earlier this morning, from what I hear, according to NFL Network. So, I mean, dang, 3 players that they really just pay a lot of money to. I would be shocked if they do. So, maybe
hey, is the left tackle going, PG?
What happened? Sorry, I was trolling Dan.
Dallas is left tackle.
You want to see left tackles?
I'm saying Dallas is left tackle. Isn't he gone?
Yeah, he is.
Wouldn't this make sense to get the left tackle
Maybe.
or a running back?
Yeah, I'm not sure who their starting guy is, though, because they didn't even try to re-sign him. So they might have the future already there.
That's what I'm thinking, too, because they drafted Tyler Smith, I think that's what his name is, last year or the year before.
Okay. So then they already got somebody in the line.
Yeah. Now, I think
it's not even
from
listed
what
as a real big
hear,
need.
from what I hear,
Jackson Powers Johnson would also make a ton of sense here. Because they are another team, just like the Eagles, that plays big time in the trenches, especially with the O-line.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to reach for Jordan Morgan. I'm not going to lie.
What about the defensive line?
Ooh, they could.
Who's there?
For the defensive line?
D line.
Interior, we have Newton still there. Brandon
That's
Friesen.
a good.
After Newton, you're getting into round 2.
This is a shot. This is a good one for them too. It could be a good option.
I wouldn't go edge if I'm them. I've seen edge thrown out a lot for the Cowboys.
You can still take a guy later on, man.
Yeah, I don't think they need that.
There's a guy named Kamara stuff around later on.
You said sign Alvin Kamara?
I said Kamara. There's a guy down the road you could get. Kamara. Kamara's a later on pick, so you could get him later if you really want an edge guy. So there's no need to get edge right now.
I mean, hey, maybe we'll pick him up and we'll have the best D line in the whole league. I don't know.
That would be nice. Brian. Jesus, with Jaguars. Hey, he got a weapon now. He got a beautiful weapon.
Yeah, he did, man.
Try to be a consolation prize for losing Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, that is. Hey, he could be better, right? Who knows? And cheaper.
That's the beauty of the draft. Could even
That is the beauty of the draft. Do they got a line though? Do they got an O line or no?
Who?
Jaguars.
It's not like great.
It's not
the best.
elite.
It's not the worst.
Average.
I wouldn't call it exactly a problem yet, but I also wouldn't say
Average.
it's good.
It was like mid.
Let's see kind of how this board can still fall. So
Yeah, can you put up tackles? I want to see what tackle does Green Bay need, left or right?
what was Bakhtiari? Left?
Yeah.
I think Bakhtiari was left tackle.
That's the way you get Morgan
So
here.
Graham Barton.
Guyton? Or
They
Barton?
went, yeah, I think they could go Graham Barton. And then after Graham Barton, you're talking about Jordan Morgan,
Yeah.
Kingsley Mattia. Guyton has left tackle and right tackle versatility, but he's mostly a right tackle. So I think if they go offensive line, Barton's probably the pick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Put 5'3", 14. They went defense last year.
Yeah. They gotta take him.
They do need help at wide receiver, though. They have their number one guy, so realistically, they could probably wait till day 2. I think that there is going to be a run on wide receivers in day 2, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all going to start flying.
So
Yeah.
one thing to keep in mind for Barton is that I think some analysts suggest that he should switch from tackle to interior, most likely center in the NFL.
Yeah. Well, they also need center.
Flying around that there could be a trade here for Dallas, but we don't know.
Whoa.
Ooh, I wonder who they would trade with.
The New England Patriots.
Don't
Straight up. Bills need to.
don't give people hope, okay? Don't give people hope.
The New England Patriots have traded into the first round to select Xavier Leggett in the first round.
Oh Lord.
Watch him be the next N'Keal Harry and just be like a draft bus and just pull up and right in our face.
So I think
That's just depressing, man.
Yeah, it is depressing.
I can't say that name. I'm never gonna say that name again.
No, that's like Voldemort.
Yeah, that's exactly right, bro. I can't. Hell no, that bro. I'll probably get cursed saying that name.
Cursed.
That was ridiculous.
Don't let it get to you, man. It's just football, Neil.
I'm being sarcastic, man.
Hey, I'm being sarcastic with you back. Haha, gotcha. I'm kidding, man. Brotherly love on here. S27, Tyquan Thornton or N'Keal Harry. Explain a little farther to me, S27, what you're trying to say.
What is he saying?
Like, which is a bigger bust, or
Yeah.
Harry or who?
Thornton?
The first one.
Harry, obviously. I mean,
Yes.
Thornton's always getting hurt too, so.
Yeah.
Like I mean, Thornton could have at least been something if he was as healthy. Harry just doesn't know what to catch. If he anything.
Ashton Lutz says saying that N'Keal Harry's name is a sin. Yeah, it kind of is in New England right now.
Alrighty. Let's see.
Stage later.
So Dallas Cowboys up next. Looking at who's on the board right now. Cooper DeJean, Newton would be such a Dallas pick.
Well, think so. Right there.
They did lose Stephon Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't want to say lose. He's still a free agent, but
you can still get a corner in the later rounds, bro. Gilmore wasn't a one.
How they fell, they always try to get a guy in the second.
Yeah.
I mean, what did Mike Zimmer go ahead and have his biggest needs were his biggest, like favorable positions when he was with Minnesota?
Center tackle. I don't know. I feel like going someone like Graham Barton, who, like I said,
we have a trade.
Oh, well, I guess we're not going Graham
The
Barton.
Dallas Cowboys are trading the pick to the Detroit Lions.
The Lions better know who they're taking.
The
Lions have been so aggressive, though, lately. Since they've been a good team, the Lions have been aggressive.
They traded pick 24, a 2025 7th, to the Lions in exchange for pick 29 and pick 73.
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
did
the
he
Lions,
You
29.
said 29,
24.
73.
29 and 73.
Maybe they get that tackle or they get a cornerback.
That's really not that
And-
much.
And Dallas traded a future 7th as well with as 24.
With the 24th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Terrion Arnold.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Go.
That's actually really good. That's a really good pick because you know what? I think you look at the Packers here. Not even the Packers, but
Yeah.
both the next 3 picks. The Packers, the Buccaneers, and the Cardinals all need help in the secondary. Especially, I think if you look at a team like the Packers, there's been a lot of issues going on with their star number 1 cornerback, Jair Alexander. I mean, he walked out last year on an overtime coin toss. He wasn't supposed to. There's a lot of issues there with him. They could maybe try to look to make him expendable. So the Lions could have seen this and said, we gotta jump them and get their guy, especially Terrion Arnold, who really at this point should not have been there. And then the Packers, I think they traded Carlton Davis this offseason. And then the Cardinals just don't have anyone. So
That is true.
Terrion Arnold, how about
Damn,
that?
what?
Great value.
I gotta give him that. That's a good trade up.
That's
That's
good.
great.
That's good value for him.
Packers do here.
I don't know, man. That's a great question.
Tackle?
Well, it is their
I don't
next
think they
need.
need help at safety. They could a low key need a corner, so they could always go with Nate
Cool.
Wiggins. A lot of people have liked Nate Wiggins.
This
He
where
could be
Troy
a
did.
good pick here. He usually does go around this point too. Who else? They could also go.
Kool-Aid's still there. Jesus, Kool-Aid's still sitting there.
Yeah.
Kool-Aid dropped down a lot of boards. He went from the consensus number 1 guy to, you had the Senior Bowl, you had the Shrine Bowl, you had the Combine, and he just fell, dude.
Damn.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've seen him
didn't-
drop to the 2nd before.
He
Yeah.
hasn't necessarily had the greatest year last year either. I mean, better than 2021, but his pass rating allowed was 73.1, and 2021 was 79.7. I mean, he's great against the run and the pass. Great, and didn't allow a bit completion percentage, but still, it's not ideal to have a 70 plus passer rating allowed as a CB1. So, I don't know.
Mhm. Wiggins. This guy's good. That Cooper's still sitting there.
They
Cooper
could
just
also see left tackle though. They could try to go tackle.
right there that you were talking about, right there.
I think.
Yeah.
Barton, man, take care of your quarterback.
Because they also need guard too. So like if they feel that he isn't working out at
But-
tackle, pin him in at guard. Doesn't have
True.
any guard experience, but
I mean,
so I think Graham Barton does make a lot of sense. I want to see who else is on the board though. Jackson Powers Johnson is falling. It was reported that teams have Jackson Powers Johnson higher than a lot of people think, but apparently not.
yeah.
But
Dallas
the,
is still
the
good.
Cowboys
Dallas-
traded down. The
Yeah,
Cowboys
so
traded down. So maybe they said, you know what? I don't want a center at 24, but at 29.
They'll take it. Yeah, they stock up. That's smart.
That's
That's
so
you know,
smart.
That's what the
Yeah.
what the Jags did, remember? That's what I
Mhm.
said when they traded. Who the heck did they trade with?
And they traded with
They
the
traded at 17
Vikings.
with the Vikings. Yeah, at 17.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? This is probably too early to get a receiver. They trade down. That 23 area makes a lot of sense for an AD Mitchell, Brian Thomas. It's exactly what they did. Could be the same thing with the Cowboys.
I mean, can we just give props to the NFL for being very intelligent this year? I mean, some serious good decisions by them. I'm not going to lie. There's been some dumb pits, but by the Falcons, but still, it's pretty good. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
I'm trying to go back and look at these picks in the first round and just be like, what are moves that I don't agree with? Maybe.
Oh, the Falcons. Jesus Christ.
For the Falcons. But
Yo,
Caleb Williams is good.
I'm gonna pray for them today and tomorrow. They need God. They definitely need God. They need help.
Yeah,
I
they
thought
do.
I thought J.C. Latham was a little surprising.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I mean, I
Latham.
preferred Fashanu, or actually no, because he's a right tackle. Fashanu's a left tackle. I don't know. I mean, J.C. Latham's a really good player, so I guess get your guy. But that was just a little surprising that that's the road they took.
Honestly, the Jets tackle surprised me. I thought they would take like Bowers, to be honest with you, or like a receiver. But I think Bowers went, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't love Bo Nix. I didn't love Bo Nix at 12. I'm not gonna lie. I think you could have
No.
traded
All
down. I
those
mean,
quarterbacks in the top 15. My goodness.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe the Broncos were scared that they couldn't trade down because a team like the Raiders or the Saints would have gone at 13 or 14. I don't think they
Yeah.
would have though. Really don't think so.
It just seems like a panic selection.
It does.
That's Sean Payton for you. That's the
Even
that's the Broncos for you.
The Mims one kind of threw me off too. I was like, oh wait, I thought he was gonna get somebody else.
Oh wait, I can't even see the picks the Broncos have. I feel like
With
after
the
that, I
25th
think
pick
Bowers-
in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Morgan.
Jordan
Whoa.
Morgan. Oh.
Man,
Whoa.
I told you guys there was going to be a tackle in the second round that was going to go in the first. I just
Right, PG.
let me go to
You're
tackle.
right.
Yeah,
PG,
I
you
mean,
need to hide already, bro.
dude, I would
Tom,
be.
they gotta put you on the spot tonight, bro.
I know,
I
right?
mean, I prefer Jordan Morgan for Graham Barton, but like you have Graham Barton, who people are scared could be a little undersized and be a guard in the league. So
Yeah.
you also got a guy who is a little smaller and people are scared could be a guard in the league.
Yeah,
But I like Jordan Morgan.
Yeah, but he's good. He's definitely good. Damn, bro. Somebody took you right, bro. That is wild. Hey, Green Bay still got a good guy, really good guy.
They did.
Don't
They-
get me wrong. Still a good player.
Short hands, but still a really good guy.
Let's see. We got the Bucks up next. I'm thinking cornerback here.
Mm-hmm.
PFF claims their needs are running back, tight end, guard, and center.
Yeah. I go more
Although
not
they
center,
did, they
edge.
did get rid of their center. Their center retired actually. So
Yeah.
Jason Powers Johnson, that would make a lot of sense here too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Also-
Johnson right there. Or a cornerback.
They
Or a line.
also let go of Shaka what's his Shaka something from Chet Barrett as well. For some cap space this
Yeah,
offseason too.
there. Devin White.
That's true. He signed with the Eagles, I believe.
Yeah.
So
I'm an idiot comes in with the 74th like with the 74th like of the stream. I appreciate it. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Really helps support us. Make sure you guys also go ahead and check out Aura pinned in the chat right now. Get a 14-day free trial with Aura, completely free to sign up. And you guys can make sure that none of your private information is being utilized without your information, your credit card information, your phone number, your address. Trust me, the world is a scary place. And unfortunately, a lot of the scary things that we face, the threats we face, come more so online. So make sure that you and your family are safe. Also, when you guys do sign up for the 14-day free trial, massively does support the channel. So appreciate you guys. There was another comment I wanted to answer. I can't find it.
This has been an insane draft. We're blessed to be able to see this. Like, this is history to be part of. Something like this to happen is just so crazy.
117 in stream. Who's that?
I think he's like who he is in the stream is like he's the 117th person. For me, it says there's 217.
Taron Arnold grew up in Detroit.
Wow.
Did he? I'm asking.
Oh.
He feels like he's back home or something like that. He's home, so I'm asking.
Let me see.
I'm about to look it up.
So his hometown was Tallahassee, Florida. So he's probably more from the southern states, but I mean, still, that's a great pick by Detroit. I'm not going to lie. I like that. Like a very good man coverage.
He covers everything pretty much. He's all around cornerback, and that's exactly what Detroit needed.
Exactly. I mean, probably more your overall like better cornerback in terms of man and zone would probably be Kool-Aid, but still, I mean, I've seen Arnold play, and he's been pretty good in some games. So they got him pretty good. Plus 5 interceptions too. That's shutdown.
Hey, Bills are gonna be happy. They'll get AD Mitchell.
Yeah. I mean, unless if the Cardinals were the Buccaneers take a receiver here, I don't know.
Another one got MHJ. I mean, they don't need to wait. They get something else. More pressing matters now. They got MHJ.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pick is in for the Buccaneers. We're just waiting to hear what that pick is.
Oh, Steven says any chance of another WTF pick? Maybe.
No. Not by the Buccaneers. I can guarantee you that, because Jason Ly's a pretty intelligent GM. I'm not.
You might get a WTF pick from Kansas City.
Talking about the GM that drafted Roberto Aguayo in the 2nd round. And with the 26th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Graham Barton.
Graham Barton?
Oh, there we go. The tackle with outside versatility.
Graham Barton, okay.
Good job. Secure your quarterback.
Nothing wrong with using a pick to protect your guy.
That's
Exactly.
right.
You
You
just signed
gotta take
Baker Mayfield to this big deal.
Which, I mean, can we just, take a second to say, like, good job, Baker Mayfield, for reviving his career a little bit, because, man,
A little bit.
A little bit. He turned, I think, 180.
Just watch the
photograph now. Like that dude turned around like no other. Like he turned water into wine, bro. I was like, what in God's name did he just do? What turned on? I think at the end of the day, he just needs the right coaches around him. He need the right atmosphere.
I mean,
He's in the right place.
Be aware that his career has, after a pretty good year, he has flopped pretty bad. So I mean, take your poison how you want to. But
Take it. It looks different to me, bro. This is not the Baker I seen in Cleveland. This is definitely not that Baker. This is what he likes to say, dangerous. He is dangerous this time around.
he was last year, but not the previous 2 years.
No.
So no matter who was,
At least he got Cleveland to the playoffs, so let's not forget that.
he did. That's when he had his only good year before last year. So, I mean, hey.
Yeah, Alex Van Pelt.
People blow late. Look at Geno Smith. It takes time sometimes, a lot of time. You never know.
So who knows, man?
Jordan Morgan, bro. They reached.
They really did.
But hey, he's good. He's really good. It's not a bad pick at all. You take care of your man.
He allows a lot of hurries. That's the only thing that I would say against Jordan Morgan, is that he allowed 11 hurries, 14 in 2023, 14 hurries in 2022, and 15 in 2021. So that's the only the negative I have against Jordan Morgan, but he has gotten progressively better every year.
The coach that out of him.
What if the Pats trade up now to get AD Mitchell?
It would be smart, and I would love it. I would love it. Oh my God, I would love it so much.
Wait, Neil, over Brandon Ayuk?
Hey, he's a young guy. I don't give a fuck, man. Either way, it's fine. I'm indifferent. I don't care. You don't understand. I'm a dude in the desert with no water. Give me a receiver already.
Brent says, I agree. I mean, hey, guys. I mean, hey, you can either go proven. We're taking flyer on a guy. So, I mean, pick your poison how you want to. But, I mean.
Yeah, I think Clemson makes a good point. You have to think that the Bills or Chiefs or even both are going to go wide receiver here.
Yep.
They have to. Especially after losing Diggs, and also whoever that other guy is.
So wild if they trade back in. Oh my God. I would remember this for the rest of my life. It's the craziest draft by the Patriots.
I mean, I predicted it before that they would trade up and do it. So who knows, man? Well, we'll see what Jerome Mills wants to do. I mean, even if they jump ahead of the Bills here and take a Mitchell. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There is, Jonathan does make a good point that there is a lot of good players still available. Like, Keon Coleman, A.D. Mitchell, Xavier Worthy, Ladd McConkey, Jalen Polk, Xavier Lydia, Troy Franklin are still there for second round so far. I think we would go receiver round 2. Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, Dwight said trade with the Cowboys, 29 for 34. Cowboys pick Brooks at 34. Obviously, if you're the Patriots, you have to give up, more than just 34 because, that would make more sense. You probably have to give up 29, 34, and I would say probably like a third or fourth. It's probably what
Bills are now on the clock.
And then we also have a $2 donation from our friend S27, who's been here the entire time. Appreciate you, buddy. You said San Francisco taking wide receiver tonight means Pats get Ayuk. I would say if the San Francisco 49ers go wide receiver at 31, and it doesn't mean the Patriots are getting a wide receiver, but I think that it means that they believe that either Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk is going to be traded before the start of the 2024 season.
Yeah,
because they are shipping both of those guys. They're not going to get rid of both of those guys, but they're potentially looking at getting rid of one of them. So it could be Ayuk. It could be
with the 28th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Arizona Cardinals select Darius Robinson.
Oh,
Darius Robinson!
Wow, they go
edge rusher.
I don't know about that. I don't love Robinson.
That's a big reach. Holy cow!
It's a reach.
So Darius Robinson, this was a reach. This was a reach. But Darius Robinson did have a really good offseason, especially a really good Senior Bowl. So that did have teams make him higher on their chart, but I don't think it made him this high.
Yeah, no.
And the in-division rival Buffalo Bills are on the clock.
Darius Robinson. How about that?
It comes with Danny.
It's a big dude, and let me tell you, with 6'5", huge monster on the edge. But yeah, like I agree. Like why that high? Like, couldn't you trade up into the second round and have a little bit cheaper that way?
How do you guys feel about Xavier Worthy?
I don't like him. Personally, I don't like him. I'm just not. I'm not big on Worthy. You have that fast guy on the outside already, and if you let's say you don't believe in Tyquan, you want to get rid of Tyquan. I rather pass up on going Worthy back end of the first, early in the second at 34, and I'd rather go with somebody like Jermaine Burton, who is also a speedster on the outside.
I see.
Yeah,
who you can get in like the third, fourth round, because Jermaine Burton could fall. A lot of teams took him off of their boards because of some personality concerns. So you could get him later on too.
Yeah. Honestly,
I think people are going to look at Worthy.
Target whoever the Steelers are looking to target.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that.
They have nailed the draft a receiver
every time.
Mm-hmm.
Every
not the last time.
It's every time.
They don't pick, bro.
Past 10 years of them picking like Antonio Brown,
Juju,
Emmanuel Sanders, Juju Smith. Like somehow Juju Smith-Schuster is like
Hines Ward. All the way dating back to Hines Ward. Like they had
Hines Ward, dude. Like they have mastered the art of draft. George Pickens, you didn't know George Pickens is wilding out.
Bro, them and the Eagles, if you just listen, learn from them, and get their guys, it's over, bro.
Yeah.
It's like just know how to get receivers somehow.
The Eagles have only been like decent at that for the past like 3 years. They in 2019 they drafted, or 2020 they drafted somebody ahead of Justin Jefferson, and they drafted a guy in 2019 ahead of a bunch of guys too.
Oh, you mean Jalen Reagor?
Jalen Reagor and JJ Arcega White or something like that.
Oh,
They
yeah.
drafted those two guys and they're ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And guess who we have on our team? Jalen Reagor.
Who we re-signed this offseason.
Which
Hey, man, he's
honestly,
a good kick returner.
Yeah, he's
Don't
a good
be-
returner. He can
One
return.
man's trash is another man's treasure.
That's right. See,
I'm going to say it.
Hey, he's a good kick returner, bro. He got speed on him. So
And
Not
I would
worth a
say
first
too.
round pick, but
No, definitely not.
definitely not.
Well, they didn't. The thing is, the Patriots, they didn't pick him, and they picked N'Keal Harry in the first round.
Yeah, we
We
had enough pain
first.
from he who must not be named.
Yeah, we can't. How can we have to get Sage, bro, if we keep saying his name?
We're going to get canceled on here.
Listen, it happened. It happened.
It's okay, man. It happens. I'll get some Sage. We'll be all fine.
It happened.
But honestly, I mean, Jim Rader did some things on offense last year that were pretty shocking that I didn't see in Minnesota or in his time with whoever he was with before that.
Hopefully, with our new wide receiver coach, maybe he can do something.
That is true.
Something.
Multiple wide receiver coaches too.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't know. The Vikings got a good wide receiver coach too.
That's true.
Uh,
We have a trade.
Oh my gosh.
God, is that us?
We don't know. Hold on.
oh, Bills are trading it to the Niners. Here we go.
Really?
Brandon Ayuk to the Bills. Watch it happen.
Are you betting right now? Are you betting money?
Crazy.
I'm not gonna put money on it.
No.
Fuck that.
The Bills are
Come on,
trading.
I bet you to do it.
That could be a move. That's actually that. You're right. That could be a move. It's a very good.
If it happens, I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
I'm gonna be so pissed too, bro. If they get IU, no, you know what, bro? And they still fuck up in the playoffs.
No. I don't even care if they get Ayuk. I'm just gonna be pissed because I didn't put money on it. If it happens,
You gotta get your dough somehow. I
Do we know
respect
what
that.
team they're trading with yet?
No, we don't know. We're still
Not yet.
waiting.
I
Just
wonder
a
who
report
it
that
could
they're
be.
trading.
Watch it be like the Chiefs or something. Chiefs training up for a receiver.
maybe even the Bengals too. T. Higgins.
To Bengals, bro? Oh.
That's 49ers. Wow, that
What
would
if-
be.
What if the Chiefs are trading with the Bills for Lad McConkey?
Oh, they're still in
Yeah.
trade talks,
Oh,
according to Jordan Schultz
Okay.
of Bleacher Report. But
Okay.
they're going to move out of 28. They're just finalizing it.
gotcha.
So
I'm waiting for the details. I will let you know as soon as it comes through.
Dwight, it's
We have
it's
some
not
decent amount of trades now.
Possibly even the Ravens if the Ravens want to move ahead of the Cowgirls.
Yeah,
The old-fashioned nickname for them.
dude. let's keep it straight here, all right?
we're keeping it straight. It's the only way to say it, bro. All they do is brag about Super Bowls.
I mean, hey, you're right, man. They're more like cheerleaders on the play.
I don't understand how the Cowboys can brag about Super Bowls. Like, dog, you won your Super Bowls like 30 years ago.
That's
Gotta
true.
get the VHS tapes.
Calm
To,
down. Yeah,
I was like a baby. I was like a baby out that time. Like, god damn, bro. You guys can't keep bragging about the 90s, bro.
dog, like the list of playoff games they've won in the past like 20 years is you could fit it on like I don't even know. You could fit that on a
Even
post.
in the 29 years, it's been 29 years since they've won a Super Bowl. That's
Bro,
insane.
they lost in the first round like 2-3 times.
There are some teams that have never won a Super Bowl.
Yep, they're trading it to the Chiefs.
Oh,
Oh, here comes the receiver.
wow.
That's crazy.
It's
Dang.
got to be some type of crazy compensation.
That's crazy, man.
That's a move up.
That is such a
Who's
move
on the
up.
board? Troy Franklin, Adonai Mitchell.
Donnie, yeah, Donnie's there. That's the guy.
I wonder if it's going to be some type of trade involving. Did they trade L'Jarius Sneed?
They already traded L'Jarius Sneed.
I
in
went
the
Went to the
offseason.
Titans.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's going to be some type of trade for a cornerback. Because they did sign Hollywood Brown. So who else is on that team in terms of receiving? They have Rossi Rice, they have Hollywood Brown, they have Travis Kelce. So you really be volleying for wide receiver 3.
Okay, we have the details. The Buffalo Bills are trading pick 28, 133, and 248 to the Chiefs for pick 32, 95, and 221.
Wow.
Wow.
Solid.
Got 95, 221. Wow. Okay.
Has
Still in
to
the
be.
top
Back,
100.
they moved back what? 4 spaces for a third round pick. Decent. But they
Yeah.
also gave up what, a fourth?
Yeah.
So the Chiefs.
Sounds like the Chiefs fleeced them.
Yeah.
Look.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the Chiefs, they have had some off the field issues with Rashee Rice for the past month or so, because I think he had some like car crash or like some like gun thing going
Nah.
on.
He caught
And
his
breaking
car.
news with the 28th pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Kansas City Chiefs are selecting Xavier Worthy.
Wow. Look at that.
Whoa!
Wow.
I told you it was going to pick him.
They took their guy.
Good
That's-
Speed
grief,
kills.
man.
Speed
That is
kills.
your type of guy. That's your type of receiver.
I mean, you're trying to get essentially Tyreek Hill back. You're trying to build a band back together. Is all you're doing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well,
Hey,
think
good.
about it. All he's going to
I
have
think
to
there
do
were
is
better
maybe
picks
run
there.
a post.
I think there were better picks there. I'm not
I
gonna
think
lie
so
to you.
too.
Hey,
There were
PG,
much
at this
better picks
point,
there.
you could sit and get Leggett at 34. Would you get Leggett at 34?
Hmm.
Leggette's big though, right? He's 6'4".
He's a
They should have went.
X guy.
Yeah.
How big is
Big dude.
how big
Good
is
catch.
Worthy?
Worthy
So-
is small. I think he's like 5'11".
The
5'11".
Dallas
Yeah,
Cowboys are
6'1".
on.
6'1".
Oh no, he's 6'1". Shit.
Oh,
They should have just went McConkey, bro.
they
Yeah.
should have.
At that rate, you should have went.
Worked out better.
I don't know, man. Like Worthy's. The thing is they're valuing speed.
Yeah,
do.
that's what they want. That's their type of guy. That is their type of.
Well, think about it, because like that's gonna be tough to stop though.
Yeah,
Like,
it is. Speed.
Rashi Rice. The thing
Okay.
is, you're gonna have Rashi Rice and Travis Kelce over the middle, and then
Yep.
you're gonna have Hollywood
Worthy on the
Brown
back.
and Xavier Worthy on the outsides. Like that
That's
could be
crazy.
nasty.
Yeah.
Especially if all Xavier Worthy. If Xavier Worthy's facing, the number 3 cornerback on or the number 2 guy, like he's gonna burn guys. Like he's a burner.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. I
He is.
mean,
Load it up. Oh my.
That's just gonna open it up for Rashi Rice and Hollywood Brown though. Like that's
100%.
all that pick is.
That's 100%. That's true. I agree with that.
Get a
and plus
massive.
they are the Super Bowl champions at this point, to the point where they can just say this is a luxury pick. They don't care about position value in the draft, and so they can just take who they want to build around, like some of you guys are talking about. Because guess what, they probably are trying to go back to that Tyreek Hill position. They're seeing with Mahomes, like does not be Mahomes the past couple of years, although he won an MVP 2 years ago. So I mean, like Mahomes is a magician, man. He can do whatever he wants to. So this is their luxury pick, I think.
Mahomes been winning though. That's the thing. And
Yeah,
the thing is Xavier Worthy's that dude. He's the fastest player in the NFL combine history. So like
I don't. They already had Hollywood Brown though. Like that's your speedster on the outside. So like, why not go with a different style of wide receiver? If you didn't care about the height, you didn't want an X receiver, then go ahead and get McConkey, who is like around the same height, if not taller than Worthy. He's not necessarily as fast in terms of lawn speed down the field, but he's quick. He's gonna get open in a split second. He's gonna catch everything thrown his way. Like, I don't agree with the pick.
Maybe
Not
they
that I care.
traded-
I hope it doesn't work out for them. But
yeah.
Speed, man. They had the need for speed, bro. They couldn't get enough for it.
I mean the thing is like they're the thing is like they have the possession guy. Like Travis Kelce, say what you want. That dude is
That's a receiver.
He is a possession receiver.
Yeah, that's a
He
receiver.
plays tight end. He can block. I'll give him that. He can block. He's not as good as Gronk was at blocking and in the run game, but he can still block. But the thing is his crossing routes, it's hard to stop. Like
It is.
Kelsey's their possession guy. He's their big play guy, and he was all of that last year. And they still won the Super Bowl somehow. Fucking Niners choked, of course, because their offense, their head coach was the offensive coordinator in the Falcons game. That entire coaching tree, Dan Quinn's coaching tree, is built around choking. What? Commanders finna choke too.
Yeah.
Bro, they really have been traumatized by us, huh? We
They have.
really. I feel bad for. I really do now. Their whole coaching tree is destroyed because of us.
Yeah.
That's bad, but that's hilarious. So,
Of course, the fastest ever combine runner in NFL history goes to the friggin' Chiefs.
Jeez,
Hey,
bro.
it's typical of the Chiefs.
And faster than Tyreek Hill, bro. I mean, gosh, that scares me a little bit.
They're gonna really kill with that speed, man.
The pick is in for the Cowboys, and with the 29th pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys are selecting Tyler Guyton.
There you go.
Ooh, okay.
Where is Tyler?
Day 2 tackle.
Guyton.
Yeah, I've
That's
seen
a-
guys with some first round hype.
Yeah.
I don't say I agree
Now,
with it, but
the Baltimore
Tackle right,
Ravens
tackle
are on the
right.
clock.
I mean they did go tackle. They did. We thought that they were going to go tackle back when they traded, or back when they were at 24.
Yeah.
They still got their guy. They still got who they need, and they picked up some pick, right? So
He's versatile too. So I don't love the pick.
Oh
but-
my
still pretty good pick.
gosh. Hold
but there
up
was a run
now.
on tackles. So all right, we got 3 picks. 3 picks left.
Okay, never mind.
Let's see. So the Ravens. Watch the Ravens go Xavier Legette just because I feel like every single time I like a player, the Patriots to fall into day 2,
Please
the
no.
Ravens take him.
Please no.
It happens every single time.
God, man, I hope not. I love that dude at 34. It'd be perfect.
Cooper DeJean would be such a Ravens pick.
Yeah,
be.
he fits the mold right there perfectly.
I'm thinking cornerback for the Niners.
Report is
Yeah.
that Cousins' agent Mike McCartney told ESPN that Falcons only notified the QB that they took Penix while the team was on the clock. McCartney said that there is frustration and confusion coming from the Cousins camp because Atlanta did not use its first round pick to make the team better in 2024.
Yeah, I mean, he signed there to try to bring a championship, to try to make them competitive. You sign him to a 4-year deal, and then you take a top 10, not even a late first round. You took a top 10 pick in the first round to not help the guy you just signed to a 4-year deal who just dealt with a season-ending injury. You use it for his replacement.
Yeah.
And not even a
Damn, bro.
worthy.
That's doing him. That's actually doing him dirty. Dude, you don't do that guy dirty.
No.
Messed up. You don't do anyone dirty like that. You just told him, yeah, bro, you're gonna lead this. Here's the torch. Take it. We got you. We'll probably surround you with great talent in the first round, and then you do this. You only notify him when you're on the clock. That is
I mean,
up on so many different
I
levels.
could see like maybe what the Falcons may be thinking, that they said, hey, we see what the Patriots did in 2020, but still, like the Packers pissed
they
off
put them
Aaron
with-
Rodgers.
No.
bad.
This is completely different. Aaron Rodgers was threatening to retire every single year.
It's
Yeah.
true.
Like he was just, I'm gonna retire. I think I'm gonna retire. I think like it was just a retirement talks every year. So they saw the opportunity to take, Jordan Love. That was at the back end of the first round. That wasn't the 8 overall pick.
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, Rodgers every year.
Aaron Rodgers running for vice president. Did you guys see that?
I did see that.
He's running with the Independent,
Yeah.
and he was not even running yet. He was named as an option for the Independent's for his running mate. It's fucking Richard. It's Kennedy. Like he's an independent. He ain't winning nothing.
This is why when they took him, right? He's it's in and out, right?
I got some news for you. A report
Let's
from
go.
Jordan
Let's
Schultz of Bleacher Report says he got a text from a GM in the AFC after the Chiefs got Xavier Worthy, and the text was as follows: "Fuck me."
Who?
What?
They're scared, dude. I mean, I understand, Patrick Mahomes, he's going to make guys look better at the end of the day. He's going to compensate for some of these these issues they have ultimately. I do think that there were better players to get, like I said, but at the end of the day, you have that possession guy in Travis Kelce, the guy who can beat you deep and he can beat you in the short to intermediate game also. But then you also have Hollywood Brown, who's going to test you deep. But now you have Xavier Worthy who's going to test you deep. You can just give some assets now, or put all of your assets in rather, to stopping Hollywood Brown when you have two guys on both sides who are going to kill you with speed. And you know that Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they like to operate within those big splash plays. They want to operate downfield. They don't want to dink and dunk on you like the Patriots would do.
Yeah, no. Like, I think after what they saw in the Super Bowl, honestly, of Mahomes getting off to a bad start, I think that prompted the Chiefs to go ahead and say we need wide receiver helps badly. That's why they got Hollywood Brown. That's why they're getting Xavier Worthy now. And so I mean that's some dangerous things. And honestly, I like it. The more I think about it too, they're keeping their wide receivers fresh.
The pick is in for the Ravens. We are waiting to find out what that pick
is. Yeah, so if you leapfrog the Bills, the Patriots just pick up a dime. That'll be hilarious.
Dude, I hope they get Ladd McConkey just so that the Bills can't.
Yeah.
BG, I would love it.
Dude,
I would
hope.
love it. It would be hilarious.
That would be the most Ravens pick ever.
They could go edge and corner too, but who's at edge?
Who is that? That's a good question. Nobody. Nope. Yeah, they can't get a corner.
There is
Right
Nate
here.
Wiggins. Nate Wiggins and Cooper DeJean is possible.
DeJean is probably the guy. I think he's real nice like a glove.
I'd watch the Ravens. They might be picking a free safety. They lost Geno Stone.
I don't think there's any safeties to get here. Like Tyler Nubin, maybe Tyler Nubin.
Oh
but
my gosh.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, he is a deep safety. So they could.
With the 30th pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Nate Wiggins.
Nate Wiggins, see? There it is.
There you go. PG.
Wow.
There you go.
Tell this right now, PG.
The
MVP.
San Francisco 49ers are on the clock.
Well, let's see.
Niners.
Man,
Wow. Higgins.
What do the Niners need?
Kool-Aid
they need
McKinstry.
everything.
Everything.
They do need everything.
Quarterback first.
They go
Maybe.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid would be a beast on San Francisco's defense,
Yeah,
bro.
O-line, maybe maybe linebacker.
Cooper DeJean or
Jonathan
Kool-Aid.
Grenard left, so I'd look at like edge linebacker hybrid.
I mean, this is the place to also see if the Patriots are going to trade up right now. So
Yeah, definitely
waiting.
don't want to go linebacker.
Nope.
Well, maybe that Peyton Wilson kid.
Peyton Wilson is like a
He's 30.
third down coverage linebacker.
really this high of a player graded to just be that? Huh. No. Pass. But what do you guys think
Maybe
about
they
like
take
the
cornerback here? I don't know.
it's-
See.
like forgetting about like like just positional value or anything that the Patriots would be valuing? What do you guys think about Tyler Nubin to possibly replace Devin McCourty at some point?
I like Nubin, but I don't think he's a guy you take at 34.
No.
Really?
Yeah, you
Like,
get
I
safety.
think at 34, you have to go offense still.
Yeah. You can still get a safety later. It's still really good, bro.
Yeah, like Cam Kitchens in like the third or fourth.
Yeah.
Because man,
Cooper DeJean or Kool-Aid here. Kool-Aid would make a lot of sense.
Kool-Aid McKinstry.
But maybe they go wide receiver.
Yo, dude. The Bills will be mad.
I want to see the Patriots draft Noah K in a few years.
Noah K. Let's
Yeah.
see.
Go look him up.
Okay. Better not be my
K
college classmate.
Niga. He's probably gonna go to school in West Virginia.
Noah K.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say the rest of his name. I'm just gonna call him Noah K. That might get you canceled if you say his full name.
Whoa. Oh yeah. I see what you're saying. Yeah, no.
What school does he go to?
He's in high school right now, but I think he had a visit with West Virginia. And if he goes, I think any school that he goes to, he's gonna break the jersey record sales. He will break the jersey record sales. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Every sale, any jersey record sale that school has will be broken within the first month.
What was the last name again? I'm sorry.
It starts
not gonna
with
say
a,
it.
it's a racial slur. That's all
I
I'll say.
know, but yeah. And Nova is the first name?
Noah.
Noah.
His last name is a slur. That's all I'll say.
Okay. He's dying.
What do we think about the Niners here? What do we think we're doing at 31? Let's hear it in the chat.
Do you go O-line maybe?
I don't know if you can.
You could go
There's not
O-line. O-line would make sense, but like, who are you gonna go? Like, there was such a run on tackles.
Yeah,
that
that's
you're gonna
true.
have to-
What's
like
worth a
Karan
first round
Amagaje
pick?
or Kingsley Suamataia is the guy you're going with then. So I hope they don't, because I want those guys there at 34.
Me too, man. I mean, we need tackle help bad.
I mean, we need a left tackle. That is certain.
I mean, honestly, if there's no left tackle in this draft, I would possibly think that they might have to trade for one. Honestly, again, like a high-end tackle from another team.
Did they lose?
Who's going to trade their left tackle?
Did they?
That's the problem, though. Who is?
Like you're not going to get a freaking a Trent Williams or whatever on the market.
That's probably why they even signed Jacoby Brissett in the first place, because they know that he's mobile to go ahead and maneuver in the pocket and avoid sats at some point. But like, how mobile?
Gonna sell for a while.
Don't want to get Drake Maye killed behind this O-line.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's why I've been clamoring. Like we knew that anything outside the first or second round was going to be some pretty, back end to bad, tackle grades. So
Kingsley, but you can trade down and still get Kingsley from the second round. You can trade down a little bit and still grab him probably.
Would you guys prefer, let's say the Patriots go receiver at 34, would you prefer, chat answer this too, Lad McConkey, A.D. Mitchell, or Xavier Legette?
Donnie.
I'll take any of them. I'll just take any promising receiver prospect.
What if it's Troy Franklin?
I feel you, bro. He's just like, yo, I'm in the desert. I need some water. Just get me a receiver already.
I mean, PG, what did you say about Troy Franklin, that he may not transition to the NFL as well as people may think?
I don't think that he's as good as some people think he is. I mean, he's not really a contested catch guy, as you see, 36.8 contested catch rate. Drop percentage starts to get me a little concerned when to reach that. It's kind of like 10% mark. I wish they put the 40 times on here, but they don't. I don't remember what his 40 time was. I don't know.
Who's 40 time?
Troy Franklin.
Troy Franklin. Let me pull that up.
I just don't think he's ever going to be a wide receiver one. I think there's way, way, way better players. And to me, he just kind of screams.
Yeah. I mean, he's got some good size. Don't get me wrong, for sure. Like, it's just that frame.
He ran a 4.41.
So pretty fast.
He ran slower than I thought. But like I said, I mean, 9 drops this past season alone.
Yeah.
So
yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah, I'm good.
So I would definitely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't take Troy Franklin.
Pick is in.
Let's go.
Wait to see what they did.
Cooper DeJean, Kool-Aid McKinstry.
I say Kool-Aid McKinstry. They need cornerback help pretty bad.
With the 31st pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Cooper DeJean.
There it is.
There we go.
That's their corner. Needed him.
Dude, I was about to say, no way Cooper DeJean falls to the second round. That's a lot of sense for them. That makes a lot of sense because they've had a lot of injuries. They need help at cornerback. They need help at safety. I think we saw that when they played the Chiefs. This is a guy that's going to be able to play in really all of those areas. And I think the best way he's utilized is going to be as a mismatch. As you can see, I mean, he really had a down year this past year compared to what we saw in 2022. But I think what you're hoping is that you're going to be able to get him back to the version that you saw in 2022. And that versatility, I mean, again, the hit rate goes up on a player when able to be played in multiple different positions. So love that pick. Kool-Aid McKinstry could be falling here.
Yeah, he is.
Unless he goes to the Bills, which I don't think he will, but there is always a chance they get rid of White.
Bro, the receivers are still on the board. I can't believe that. This is a dream come true.
If
Yeah,
they
you
don't
still got
take,
A.D. Mitchell, Troy Franklin, Lad
I'm
McConkey.
saying, bro. AD sitting there. I think Bills are gonna take Lad.
Wait a minute. We got fooled here because this is saying the 49ers are taking Ricky Pearsall.
That would be
A reach.
interesting move.
who's that by? Tom.
Now it's from multiple reports. Albert Breer, Ari Mayrov,
Whoa.
and Aaron Wilson. Yep, I'm changing it. It's actually wide receiver Ricky Pearsall.
Ricky Pearsall.
Pearsall went earlier. He jumped.
Really?
That's a second round guy.
Really? Holy cow.
Okay, they viewed somebody else more.
Yeah. Wait. Yep. That is confirmed. I got that too. So it is Ricky Pearsall. Wow.
So they're trading. They have to be trading one of them. Holy cow.
Ricky Pearsall to me is in a wide receiver one. He's like this bigger. He's a bigger slot. So
That is shocking.
You could make an argument for either of those guys being traded now.
Yeah, you could.
Because 6'1", 192. But if you look at it, he played mostly in the slot with 260 of them coming.
We have another trade. The Bills are trading back again.
Damn.
Who?
I think it's because all the wide receivers on the board, and they said, you know what? We can get our guy later. Is it with the Panthers? Watch it be like the Panthers, and they're just right at the beginning of the day.
I think the Bills are waiting for Lad. That's what I think is going on.
Let's see. Who do they trade with?
I don't know if he's going to land.
Come on.
Who is going to take pick number 32?
Please, Patriots, please.
They're trading it to the Panthers.
I told you. I told you.
Receiver.
Ah. Wow.
You've been on fire, bro.
Oh my God.
Patriots Global, take a seat now, man. MVP already, bro.
The Buffalo Bills are trading pick 32 and 200 to the Carolina Panthers for pick 33 and 141.
Wow. Pretty fair.
Just flexing out here, Bills, bro. Come on now.
There you go. This is a wonderful draft. I like seeing drafts like this.
Well, at least we can say that the Bills didn't have any type of draft so far. So, I mean, hey.
They have to know. I mean, they know who they're taking.
Yeah, they know exactly who they're taking.
They do. Which makes me a little bit upset.
Lad one, bro.
Well, you never know. I mean, the Panthers need help in all areas. So
if they don't get receiver, yeah, you're right. They could go other areas for sure.
They could go. Who's this? That center, Jackson Powers, whatever his name.
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they could go him.
Jackson Powers Johnson. Yeah. So everybody, drop in the comments right now. Who do you think the Panthers are going to take? This is the last one. This is the last one for the night.
Y'all,
the last one of the year for us.
2024 party. What are we thinking? Why it has to be wide receiver.
It's
80. It's gonna be like it's 80 Mitchell or Lad McConkey.
What if it's Keenan
Mitchell or Lad McConkey?
Mitchell, Dijon. Ooh. Leggett, CB.
Yep. With the 32nd pick of the 2024 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Xavier Legette.
No,
wow.
bro.
jumper Leggett. Yo,
Okay.
just sat there and took him. Okay, bro. All right, it's on you.
Okay.
It's cool. It's still a good pick. It's still a really good pick. We didn't need a jumper.
Oh,
We didn't need a jumper, but it's okay.
Bro.
Really good pick.
no,
Don't need to jump
dude.
for it. That threw me off. Hey,
Dang.
more chance for us to get a Donnie. Yes.
Yeah, unless the Bills go with Donnie.
Hey, that's one more left. Let's see.
Dude, what?
Wow.
I told you, dude. I said he's either going to be a back end first round or he's going to be somebody that falls in the third. And there was no way. That's crazy, dude.
I mean,
That is
Insane,
great.
bro.
I genuinely think that they traded up because they were scared the Patriots were going to go Xavier Leggett at 34. Patriots met with Leggett twice during the draft process. Well, actually, no.
Yeah.
What if the Pats
Actually, no.
go?
I take that back because that wouldn't even make sense. They were above the Patriots. So
yeah.
Yeah.
what
What
were they
prop-
I don't know.
scared the
What they
Bills were going to
jumped.
take
They didn't
Leggett?
need to.
Yeah, what if the Pats go Cooper DeJean though?
I don't know.
No, man, not in the second round. No.
Best available player.
Mm,
Uh-uh.
I just can't see it. I
Dude,
know where
look
you're
at
coming
that board.
from, but
They need, listen. They don't really have a lot of. They're thin at cornerback.
they are thin for sure. They have a lot of injuries, that's for sure. But do you take a guy that to essentially replace Jalen Mills?
Here's a report to think about for tomorrow. The Niners have been on the phones all night, per Benjamin Solak. They have been exploring trades for both Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk.
Ooh, get Debo. Give me Debo.
Yeah, I would.
Do not give me Debo. I'd rather have
No.
Ayuk or I'd rather go to the draft and get a receiver. Debo,
Yeah.
too many injury histories.
Ayuk.
Can't get on the field. Massive contract for what he's putting up.
And
I'd rather not.
kind of a diva, to be honest with you, in the offseason. I'm going to be straight with you. He's not the guy who I want in the locker room. If you're trying to build a pretty good, locker room, I wouldn't want him. I would
Give me
much rather
Ayuk,
have.
give me Higgins, or go to the draft and get your receiver.
Exactly. That's exactly what I think.
What did the thing is, I don't know. What did Stephon Diggs go for? A third round?
Second.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he went for a third.
Really? I
Yo,
thought he went for a second.
He went for a
Might have went for a
package of
second.
deals. He did go for a few.
Yeah.
My thing is if Stephon Diggs is better than Higgins and Ayuk. Are we sure those guys should be second round picks? Are they worth that?
I think they're gonna demand that. See, I think Ayuk will demand that. I don't think.
Yeah.
I don't think.
If Higgins is demanding a trade, then you're kind of forces the team's hand to just trade them.
Higgins is probably going to be a third or fourth.
Potentially get Higgins for a third.
Yeah, I'd rather give Higgins for a third. Take your third and here's my Higgins.
The
And
thing
I'll
about
trade
the front office
number
for Cincinnati, though, they're very stubborn. So they might look at it still and say, "That's cool if you want it, but we're not going to do that."
We're not going to do it. Cincinnati.
But guys, that is going to be your 2024 first round of the NFL draft. Our New England Patriots go ahead in the first round. They stay at 3, and they get the quarterback of the future, Drake Maye. Your boy is going to be dropping a video tonight on YouTube. So whether you're watching on YouTube, Twitter, make sure you tune in tonight because we are going to be talking about Drake Maye. What do I think about the pick? We're going to actually look at what he brings to the Patriots. A lot of good stuff, but we are going to be dropping a video tomorrow very early, probably like 11 a.m. I'm going to record it tonight, drop it for you guys early about some of my favorite day 2 prospects for the Patriots. Make sure you guys do like the video and subscribe on your way out. But of course, remember to tomorrow, day 2 for rounds 2 and 3 on Bleacher Report. Me and the rest of the AFC East Roundtable for the entire draft are going to keep you guys covered for every single pick. So we hope to see you guys there. But guys, fellas, I appreciate you guys for joining me. As always, my favorite time of the year. I love seeing the familiar faces every single year. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out?
I appreciate you having us on live, man. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
man. It was great. It was
Pleasure to
definitely-
be here every year. It's a pleasure to give you guys some
Third year in a row, man. This has been
3 years.
3 years.
Hopefully,
man.
many more.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Well, without further ado, we appreciate you guys so much for being here. But as always, we will see you later. Go Pats, guys. Enjoy your
We
night.
love you all.
LFG,
we love
go
you.
Pats.
We love you. We love you, Pats Nation.
Rest in peace, AJ.
All right. Well, guys,
It was a big pleasure.
big pleasure, guys. Oh my gosh, that was fun.
Oh, I